Smiles, we're ready to turn your dream into a reality. At Knoxville Smiles, we're more than just a dental practice. We're your partners in achieving optimum oral health. From routine cleanings and checkups to advanced cosmetics and restorative procedures, we offer a wide range of services in an environment that makes every visit a positive and comfortable experience. At Knoxville Smiles, it's about more than just treatments. We're focused on creating a welcoming environment where you feel like family. Our state-of-the-art facilities are designed with your comfort in mind, and our friendly staff is always ready to address your questions and concerns. Don't wait any longer to achieve a beautiful smile you deserve. Schedule your appointment at Knoxville Smiles today and take that first step towards a healthier, happier you. Call us at 865-539-1776 to book your appointment today, or just visit our website at knoxvillesmiles.com.
September 10th isn't just a sale, it's an experience. Join us as Liquor Vault celebrates its first anniversary with the biggest savings event of the year. Experience rare bourbon drops, surprising barrel releases, and complimentary tastings all day. For the wine enthusiasts, you can check out Jason Drotar's Wine Passport Experience. Cigars, they've got them too. Enjoy hourly giveaways, exclusive one-day-only anniversary pricing, and surprises throughout the day. Find a Vault Golden Ticket and receive exclusive access to Liquor Vault's highly anticipated end-of-year rare bourbon allocation. People will be talking about this event for months. The only question is, will you be there? The Vault Experience, September 10th, only at Liquor Vault's anniversary party. Located at 2901 Tazewell Pike. Check out their specials and sign up to get discounts at liquorvault.com. Today, we raise a glass of Jameson Irish whiskey to the sport of football. Hear, hear!
To Gaelic football, born in Ireland in 1885 in its thrilling blend of soccer, rugby and basketball. On a massive field, 15 players kick or hand pass a round ball that scored points over a bar or into a net. No pads, no helmet, no sense.
Hear, hear!
To college football, which kicked off in 1869 when Rutgers beat Princeton 6-4 in the Battle of New Jersey. With 11 players and helmets and pads, teams battle on a 100-yard gridiron with explosive pass plays and hard-hitting tackles. Unless you're called for targeting.
Hear, hear! Since 1780, Jameson Irish whiskey has been enjoyed by sports fans all around the globe. Whether your football is Gaelic, American, or even soccer, we can all agree on super smooth Jameson Irish whiskey. Hear, hear!
I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
Ladies and gentlemen.
All I know is you never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
What is it with you and this obsession with this varsity crap?
People come to us because we don't sell them on anything.
They can't refuse because of the implication.
You wonder ever you're a bad man? World needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door. Some things are a matter of duty.
The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
That doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough to dispute it.
And I was about to take advice from a clown who dives headfirst into the shallow end of the pool.
It's Talk Sports with John Reed and Cody McClure.
If it is to be said, so it be. So it is. So it is. So it is. So it is.
It's a Tennessee thing. Well, I'm holding on.
Back in the booth, back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. It's Talk Sports, Friday, August 21st. Appreciate you tuning in this morning, getting you just a little bit closer to that weekend, inching you just a little bit closer to football. had a little football last night from a future Vol that I'm sure we will get into here a little bit later. As you can tell, no John Reed by my side. I don't know what happened to him, Bubba. I mean, this guy, he texted us this morning. He texted us some show topics. I assume that meant he was out. I sent him a text. I was like, does that mean you're out this morning? No response. I can only assume he was overserved at Barley Sports Trivia, Bubba.
That is definitely a possibility, as I'm not going to say whether or not I competed against him and a couple local media members like Mr. Ben McKee and Caleb Giroux and Jack Foster Media and a couple of other guys.
Heard they got the win, by the way.
Yeah.
So John lost?
So there's only a couple outcomes here, fellas. Either John's a sore loser or he just drank a little too much.
You're forgetting a very important thing, though. He does have an elderly dog who does take a lot of care.
Yes.
And things can happen with that animal.
For sure.
As we've heard and witnessed.
I feel like he would have let us know if that was the case, though.
I think so, too. I think he would have been like, well, I mean, maybe, I don't want to jump to conclusions. Maybe Frank is having a tough morning and he just didn't want to explain it.
Also, I'm hearing that his partner's bachelorette trip went off to a very swimming start.
So he
could
woman's out of town.
Damage control there,
Woman's out of town. He said, you know what? I'm going to go have a few too many surf sides or whatever you got here. White Claws, whatever you want. And he just packed it in.
I've got a question for both of you gentlemen. Do you know who Phil Humberg is?
Phil Humberg. Can't say I do.
Yep. It's no for me.
Apparently, he also threw a perfect game back in 2012 before Matt Cain for the Chicago White Sox. Played on a team with a lot of talent on that team, whether it be Kazuke Fukudume, Adam Dunn, I think, Paul Konerko.
This sounds like a trivia question that you got mad at.
Yeah, this was the last one. We were in third place. All or nothing to either win or not. John's team, I think they wagered 0, so they still finished in third by the end of it. We, of course, bet all or nothing. And it came down to that guy because it's like, last guys to throw a perfect game in order. And it was like Herman for the Yankees did it back in like 23.
Okay.
Mr. Domingo. We had Dallas Braden for the A's.
Sure.
Was one of them. That was all the way back in 2010. All right, so then there was Matt Cain and then this Phil Humberg guy. Never heard of this guy, so I figured, he's got to be from the 90s or something like that. We'll just be on a merry way.
I don't remember the Phil Humberg perfect game, I will say.
So that guy can go to hell, Phil Humberg,
for throwing a perfect game.
Yeah, I guess why not?
One of the biggest accomplishments in sports.
Yeah, I think there's only been 29 of them.
If Bubba don't know who it is, it ain't an accomplishment. You should send Mr. Humber a nice letter. Say you blew it in my trivia game.
It's going to be the reverse for Roy Oswalt.
Yeah.
I'm going to do a stream where it's just nothing but him getting pieced up constantly.
How many hits can I allow off of Phil Humber?
Before I get pulled? That's the question.
Well, Bubba, you went to sports trivia, I guess?
We did. The crew was thinking on either general trivia at another place.
Okay.
But that came down to their lady friends and my crew did not want to come out, so we said, nah, we're gonna do a dude thing, go to sports trivia.
There we go.
Enjoyed it, even though we did not get the win. Still nice to socialize.
Did you get your Greek pizza or whatever that you always get there?
I did. My 12-inch Greek pizza. I gotta say, it's such a solid pizza.
Yeah, it is.
As for my particular taste, like black olives, boom. You got spinach there. Boom. Let it get stuck in your teeth and look a little goofy. Who cares? And then you got sun-dried tomatoes for a little nice sweet tang going on too. Oh my goodness. Plus feta cheese. Whoa, I feel like I'm looking at the Baltic Sea right now. Oh my goodness.
Hey, our guys over at Barley's make a good pie. What can we say?
Let a white boy get a little motion sometimes. That's what I say.
Well, we're all here for you. I did my bowling league last night. I got to say,
how many people would you say were there?
Hundreds.
Hey, great look for the bowling league though. Let's go.
Maybe not 100. I don't know.
Which alley was it at?
Strike and Spare.
Strike and Spare?
Yeah,
okay.
the new open Strike and Spare.
Like, because it like burned down and then they like I guess recently reopened it in the
I
past
didn't
couple
know.
months.
I didn't know that at all.
I think the new one, I think it's got like 40 lanes or something like that. And I think they were probably using 38 of them maybe.
Forget that.
And it's a 5-man league. And so you're playing, it's you've got your 5-man team. You're playing against another 5-man team. And you got about 35 to 40 lanes going on there. So, yeah, I mean, there were a bunch of people in there. I was intimidated as I walked in there, Bubba. I pulled into the parking lot, and I went, oh, man, there's a lot of people
I got
here.
scared just driving by it.
And everyone's official there. They've got their own shoes. They've got their own balls.
Do you have your own ball and shoes and equipment?
Absolutely not. I think I'm going to have to buy a pair of shoes for the league just because the league goes on for so long. Like, it's a worthy investment. I don't think I'm going to go get my own ball, but it was pretty badass just seeing everyone pull up with their ball bag. They're polishing everything off. They've got the little mini bowling rosin bags. I got gifted one of those by a teammate last night because I got sweaty hands. Changed the game. Changed the game.
Do you do that in combination with the little fan that they put?
That
on
little
the,
fan was like not
return?
working on our lane.
Oh, that's brutal. Yeah, fan's the game changer.
I know the fan. That's not typically what I need in between a shot too. You got to blow the fingers
while
off
you wait
a little
for
bit.
your ball to come back.
So, what kind of a bowl? I don't know the proper terminology for this. What type of bowler are you? A spinner? Or are you just a slinger?
No, I'm just trying to throw it straight down the middle and hope that I can throw it fast enough to be able to just.
So you're not like gripping and just ripping from the side.
No, everyone, and that's why
those guys scare me, man.
That's why I felt like a novice because everyone in there, they're starting that ball off like at the very right edge of the lane. It's curling back in perfectly to get a strike. There's guys that are just absolute sticks out there, and then it was just me.
Any crazy hairstyles going on?
Oh, I'm sure plenty.
Cool jerseys. Not as many crazy hairstyles, but a lot of cool jerseys.
What do you shoot?
The first game was my worst. I got better as the night went on, which honestly was good. I only bowled like a 105 to start off, and then we went into like I think I went 133 and then like 145 or something like that. And you get a handicap too. So like we didn't have the handicaps figured out in the first week. Like it'll get applied for next week and so on. So I think we lost probably, but maybe we won one of them. You play 3 matches. Each one is worth a couple points, and then like you can either just get points for winning a game, and then you get more points if you win your series 2 out of 3. I feel like we salvaged maybe one game with the handicap, but we won't really know until next week. But it'll be nice because I'll have like basically like 100 pin handicap. So like my 145 looks incredible when I've got a 100 pin handicap and I'm shooting 245 out there.
Yeah. So like what's the Super Bowl with this? Like, how do you win your league? Like, what are we working towards? What are we building towards?
I think we got to finish. There's like 30-something teams in the league, and I think we got to finish in the top third to make our money back.
Okay.
And it's like $25 a week.
I mean, the end goal is to play Mookie Betts and some other guys,
There were some guys that were like, it was just incredible watching them spin it.
Well, I didn't know if they had like a playoff system or a winner, or if it was just the winner was based off points.
To be honest, Josh, I have no idea. I'm kind of just going into this league and just like, hey, $25. Let's play every week. Let's have a good time. Great camaraderie. I don't think I think I equaled the amount of fist bumps that I gave in my 25 years of being on this planet. I gave as many fist bumps as I had in the 25 years leading up to last night as I did last night.
Was it forced fist bumps though?
No,
like
it was
after
so
the end
well
of a game and you have to like good game.
No, it was just everyone on your team. You're giving fist bumps after your frame. You hit a strike or you finish off a frame with a spare. Even the people you're playing against are giving you a fist bump. The people from the lanes over are giving you a fist bump. It's great camaraderie over there.
Now, if you're competing against them, no high fives.
It's like motivational too. Like if you hit a bat, maybe you throw and it's like just teetering on the edge. You only get 1 or 2 pins. So it's like here we go, bud. Come on, pick it up.
Yeah, should we get like some like dugout chants going kind of?
That's something that you guys maybe need to, workshop a little bit.
I think we're going to have to get some bowling jerseys made here at SM Athletics.
Do you have a team name?
I think we're the Lucky Strikes, which seems pretty
basic.
I'm
sorry.
Yeah.
I
thought we had some better ones named out, but that's what the team landed on, I guess.
I used to want to be a part of a team called like the Stroking Gamecocks.
Okay.
Because we'd wear it as either like a golf if we were in like a men's league or a bowling, because it'd be like just a hybrid polo.
Yeah.
Never got to use that design though. So
can we take it?
Yeah.
Josh, how we doing this morning? I know it's game day.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's game day.
We were out in the parking lot yesterday, and I told you to come in your full coaching uniform with the headset and everything. But
I don't have the headset with me, otherwise I would. And then the rest of the stuff's being washed or being located at the moment. So I gotta wear a different color polo than the rest of the coaches because I'm gonna be signaling. So they got to be able to pick me out of the crowd. So I gotta do. So
you're gonna be like one of the purple guys on the Tennessee sideline or something like that.
We got 3 signalers. We're just gonna be wearing blue. And then the rest of the staff's gonna be wearing orange, and our team is all white tonight. So we're going Stormtrooper look.
Nice.
But no, I'm excited. Vibes are high.
Score prediction.
I can't do that.
You have to.
No, I can't.
You have to.
No, I can't.
It's part of the show, Josh. We have to give a score prediction.
I can't.
We do it for Tennessee football. You have to predict your own boys.
You two can give the score prediction, but I'm a part of it.
I have no idea. You're the.
Hi, my name's Josh. I love it. 38.
Is that what you think Josh sounds like?
No, Josh sounds like I'm Josh Love. No, I can't do it.
You'll get it at some point. You'll spend enough time around me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give up. That's not very nice of me to do. I'm sorry. I apologize.
Y'all can give a score prediction, but I can't predict the game I'm a part of. I mean, obviously, I think we're gonna win the game.
Volunteer High, 27. Daniel Boone, 17.
I have no idea what to base this off.
Just take a stab at it. Last year we won this game 30-0.
Okay, let's go.
Got the boogeyman over here.
Let's go 34-7.
Okay.
What are you looking at over here, Bubba?
Mr. Spanky out of SM Athletics.
Should we get him in here for a score prediction?
He's standing there menacingly in just the dark lit room.
Spanky, what the hell are you doing trying to hijack the show already 20 minutes in?
And now he's too scared. And
now he's walking away.
Get out of here.
He's walking away.
Get out of here.
This guy. No decorum in the workplace.
Hey, give us a score prediction for volunteer Daniel Boone. He's coming. He's giving a score prediction.
Spanky, what the hell are you doing walking in here? Raising hell.
Volunteer.
I'll go volunteer 45. Daniel Boone, 20.
Okay.
I don't think Josh liked that score prediction.
I'll keep those noted.
I think 20 points, he's going to be upset.
No, I'll never be upset with a 20-point win. You kidding me? I mean, that means we handled our business.
It's a good way to look at it, I guess.
I don't care how we win. I just want to win.
3-0, you'll be happy with a 3-0 win?
I wouldn't say happy, but I'll take it.
2-0?
That's a win. Wouldn't be an exciting game, but it's a win.
It's a win if nobody gets injured, Josh.
There you go.
We don't want our boys hurt first game of the season. You got a long way.
Especially if we lose and nobody gets injured, I'll still be pretty upset.
Availability's the best ability.
It's not a conference game. I mean, nobody cares.
I care. We want to win the game.
You know.
Were y'all like, what was practice like yesterday? Was it just walkthrough day?
Yeah, we were still in shells, but it was very, very minimal contact. A lot of stuff on air. We looked pretty crisp, to be honest with you, offensively anyway. So that was good. Defense just spent a lot of time in formation recognition and things like that. But outside of maybe 2 overthrows on some deep balls, we looked pretty crisp, completed everything. So
I know you can't say this publicly, but is there a group that you feel like has not had the best work in and that you're not your most anticipated group to watch tonight?
Bubba wants you to call out a position group.
Hey, I'm all for the questions. No, I mean, I'm excited to watch everybody play. I don't think there's necessarily been a group that's been lacking. I mean, obviously I work with the O-line and with the offense more, so I spend time with them and I want us to get the best of the defense. But I feel like we've got a pretty stout defensive line. We've got a talented secondary. Our linebackers are tough, good tacklers.
How's your kicker? Okay, there we go. That's the group. All right.
It's high school football, though. I'll say this about him, though. When we came into camp, he really hadn't put it all together yet, and then he nailed a 40-yarder yesterday.
Is he a former soccer player?
Yes, he is.
Okay, because that's the Carnes method. We would always take a guy over there.
He's a soccer guy.
Shout out to my senior year, a guy named Edson. I believe he was from like Honduras.
Nice.
This dude booted like a 54-yarder to beat Clinton. It felt like
What a stud.
it was crazy.
I feel like a good high school kicker is really, really underrated.
Oh yeah, it is for sure.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, like I said, he made a 40-yarder yesterday at the end of the walkthrough. So that was good. That was something he probably wouldn't have been able to do, a month and a half ago when we got started. So we'll take it.
I love the volatility of high school kicking. You can stroll out there for a 30-yard field goal and you got no idea what you're going to get.
Yeah. It's I mean, you've probably got a better chance putting it all on black in Vegas than trying to predict if he's going to make that 30-yarder in high school.
All right. Well, glad y'all had a good night last night. We will get into a little bit of football talk as some future Vols were playing on national television last night, and boy, did they look the part. We will break it down a little bit with some more football talk, maybe a couple games. We'll open up the phone lines as well today since we got no John. We'll let some of the listeners have the phone lines open, pose some questions. See what you want to hear as football season gets a little bit closer. 865-966-3435. This Friday show is off and rolling. On the other side, we'll have a little bit more football talk. Stick with us. You're listening to Talk Sports right here on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching for Fan Run Sports.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Does tooth pain have you on the injured list? Don't get stuck on the bench watching from the sidelines. Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wolko, inviting you to come let Knoxville Smiles get you back in the game. Bring your whole roster in for a winning checkup. We'll keep your smile shining bright under the Friday night lights and geared up for Saturday afternoon kickoff. Visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com or just call 865-539-1776. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Are you getting penalized because you can't make it to your bank on time? No need for unnecessary roughness. It's time for a new game plan. Easily manage your accounts with Citizens National Bank's mobile banking app. Check your balance, deposit a check, and pay a bill all from your phone with CNB's mobile banking.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Had some football last night from some future Tennessee Vols on national television as we had David Gabriel George and Baylor taking on Brentwood Academy with Keshawn Bowman, Kenneth Simon, a couple future Vols that are
Cornbread Adams.
Cornbread Adams.
The announcers love saying his name.
All right, so I didn't really get a chance to watch a ton of this game because it was just right smack in the middle of my bowling league. So I am going to need some of y'all to kind of bring me up to speed if y'all watch this game. I saw the highlights on Twitter
where he went Spider-Man.
I mean, the guy's got just
the first carry is like him where he puts his hand on the ground, plants, and still like
just
is able to remain
does like
upright.
a handspring basically and stays on his feet. I watched maybe the first quarter of that game, and then I watched more of Powell Anderson County.
I watched more of the later half of this game just because trivia and stuff was going on. So it's like
you saw when he took over then.
Yeah, he absolutely went dummy. There was a screen pass that he caught. Helmet got ripped off, but he's still going. Just looked like a monster out there.
All I want to say is I did say he'd have a $180, 2 touchdowns. On the ground, he finished with a $173 and 3 touchdowns. So I wasn't too far off.
Yeah, the official stats here that they're showing 25 rushing attempts, 173 rushing yards, 78 receiving yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Pretty mid. Could have been better.
You did call. Did you call for over 200?
I said 2 bills. Yeah. So I mean, if you want to go all-purpose yards, we're cashing that. But
I thought they would try to hold him back. You know, he got double the carries that I gave him.
I feel like this game, I mean, I know Brentwood Academy is normally a pretty solid team, but I kind of just thought Baylor was going to be unbelievable. This game felt closer than I thought it would be.
I mean, I think in their like past 5 matchups, they've all been within like a score.
Okay.
So to speak. Or at least like there's been times where it's been teetering around like the like 4 to like 7 point margin. Granted that it was like that way until, you know, the very end, and then they ended up scoring and going up by 18. And then some that I'm, you know, thumbs down, but calling the game with 1:53 left.
They called the game with 1:53.
Yeah, because they were up 2 scores, and there was like, we're out of timeouts. Like, we'll just call it.
And then there's like the possibility of weather going on too, so it's like.
Yeah, it was just like, I want to get back home.
Yeah, well, they got a long bus ride back to Nashville. I mean, I kind of understand it. It's still weak. Finish the game, but.
Yeah, I don't know if I love that. But anyways, I mean, DGG looking like an absolute finished product already in high school. This is something that we've expected. We've all seen his highlights, but I think, you know, a lot of people were kind of cautiously optimistic maybe after that DGG commitment. And, you know, you get the dollar amounts coming out. Oh, you're paying him $2 million. What's it going to be? Is it going to be worth it in the end? And then you get all of these national talking heads last night after this game is on ESPN2, and you see tweet after tweet. Oh, DGG might have been worth $3 million. This guy's the real deal. This is already a pro. This is a guy that could play for Tennessee next week if you're suiting him up. I feel like after just watching one game of this and just seeing some of the highlights, I think $2 million might be a bargain.
Could be. I mean, if he's able to, I mean, his balance is ridiculous for being 18 years old. He might even not be 18 yet. He's 17 still. I don't know. His balance is ridiculous for his age. It's very impressive.
Let's keep his helmet on, though.
Yeah.
I saw that his helmet popped off 7 times last night. Maybe just that helmet was fitted to his head when he had the dreads, and then he cut it off, and it's a little bit more loose now.
Well, part of it, they were tackling him really high or trying to, and they were just trying to grab and hold on to whatever they could, and it just got ripped off a lot.
We'll head to the phone lines for our first caller of the morning. We got DR on the line. Top of the morning to you, DR. How you doing?
Doing good, guys. Do y'all think if they were ripping his helmet off, so he'd have to sit out a play?
Could be part of it, yeah.
Just chest on
I don't
checkers.
blame him.
Keep him off the field one play at a time.
And I can't blame him. I mean, I told Bubba, I watched that very excited. Go ahead and sit him the rest of the year. Maybe fine him, suspend him. Let's just go ahead and get him on the team this year. He's ready.
I talked about it yesterday. There's that kid for Texas A&M who was in the class of 2027, played one high school football game down in Florida and said, you know what, I'm coming to College Station. Why can't we do the same thing?
Oh, man, I would love it. And honestly, our other guys look great, too. The linebacker, Simon, and then that receiver, dude, he's got speed for days. He took off, nobody within 20 yards around him.
Yeah, that touchdown
Brentwood
catch for Bowman was just exactly what you said. I mean, it looked like he was just shot out of a cannon down the sideline there.
Yeah, that's a different class of football than what I'm used to watching, especially here in West Tennessee. Those are men out there.
Yeah, that's a lot of future SEC players, a lot of guys that honestly, some NFL careers right there on that roster and on that field there for both sides. So, yeah, I mean, that was a good display of football, one that made a lot of Tennessee fans happy to watch, I'm sure.
Yeah, and they were showing the offensive line for Baylor. Did y'all see that? Like the average kid on there was like 6'5". They had one guy 6'7", 300 pounds. My God.
Yeah, they were all power four size. It was ridiculous.
Oh, it was fun. And also got me thinking, because, I've been listening to Fan Run Radio for 9 years, and without a doubt, one of my favorite segments is listening about Bubba being an umpire. Bubba, how do you think you would have fared refereeing that game last night?
Brother, I'd be in hell, but I'd take them all down there with me. All right.
I mean, you'd have to get a moped or something to keep up with the TGG.
I'd have to just call like holding every play, man.
They did that anyway. They did that anyway.
Bubba just in a motorized scooter from the grocery store going down the field.
That unrelated. I've never seen a disabled umpire before, or referee.
I think your career's kind of done for. I think you got to be able to run, Bubba.
Well, Bubba, I've seen a lot of older guys in basketball, and they just kind of stay at mid-court and watch both ways. They're not really disabled. They're just older.
I think we need Bubba to be the high knees ump. Like we've got the high knees ref
awesome.
in college
He
basketball,
rocks.
but we could do it for Bubba as an ump.
DR, you're inspiring me over here, bud. You're inspiring me.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, Sam, I need that like I need air. I miss those segments of Bubba. That was just incredible
They
radio.
were some of my favorites as well.
I did not enjoy them at all because I'm living what I experienced. Just the sheer embarrassment that I would feel when a kid looks at me. I don't know the rules, so I'm just having to look around and hope to God somebody else can give me an answer. But I'm the guy with the answers there, so it's like, But I do want to do high school football. I think that'd be awesome to do at some point.
Spanky over there runs a youth sports league. I feel like we could get Bubba as a.
We could train him up.
Yeah,
get him to the high school ranks.
That's how you get started, Bubba. Just get your foot in the door. I remember I was at my brother's football game when I was younger, and then I looked. One of the referees was the CEO of our hospital, and he just said he loved doing it.
Wow.
And a buddy of mine, he did it for 3 years, and he just said it's a lot of fun.
Just love the game. I don't know if that's going to be the reason for Bubba doing it.
Maybe it's just because I want to piss off some kids and become, the reason why they hate football growing up.
You got to do it for content, Bubba. All right, what is it John said? When you're doing content, it's 24/7, and the fans need it.
You're a content machine, Bubba.
It really is. It kind of upset me yesterday, Sam. He got down on himself because Bubba is definitely one of the more entertaining people that's been on this station.
Absolutely is.
It's a very nice thing of you to say. I appreciate that.
Well, and I appreciate you, Bubba. I also appreciate Sam getting so fired up about Joey Aguilar. That's like you get angry talking about Aguilar like when somebody brings up my ex-wife. It's just instant reaction. I love it.
I do. There are just a select few sports takes that kind of just get me going where I can't stop necessarily. Lane Kiffin's gotten that bad for me recently. He just pisses me off a lot.
Hey, DR, real quick, I want to complain about one thing since we're talking about sports takes here. The Doak Walker award selection. The fact that they had Deshaun Bishop's backup, who, had very limited carries, 290 total yards. The fact that he got named to the list as a transfer, I think that's kind of BS.
Bubba, I don't recognize the Joke Walker Award. When Sam made me realize there were 3 running backs for Liberty on there, that's not a real award. I think Big Bad Deshaun Bishop's better off without it, personally.
That coward still hasn't responded
I was
to my
about to
email.
ask, has he responded back to you yet?
I might reply to him again.
Or do we call him? He gave his number out. The people wanted it.
Yeah, John's not here to tell us no. We could call him.
I'm begging y'all to call him. You got Sam, a Doak Walker watch list watcher. You got one guy that's a football coach, and then you got Bubba, who's an official So, y'all got the credentials to call them.
I think we could take over this award, DR. I think we could, between the three of us, we've got a former college offensive lineman. I'm watching football all day long. Bubba's going to be in the ref ranks here soon. We might just have more of a leg to stand on than this Lockhart guy. What's his first name? Jeff Lockhart. Joke.
Yeah, Jeff is one of those guys that he is the reason they put that chair in the corner in the hotel. He's just a cuckold. I can't stand that guy. What a joke of an award.
It is ridiculous, man. It is ridiculous.
Guys, I'll hop off here with this. I don't really. How old are you, Sam?
25.
Okay, you may be too young for this. So I was talking to a buddy of mine about DGG, and he really reminds me a lot of Adrian Peterson. I know the comparison's been out there, but I remember watching him at Oklahoma.
Yeah.
And just the way DGG cuts and moves, it's a thing of beauty. Who would y'all compare him to for modern day guys that's in that league right now? And I'll hang up and listen.
Appreciate it, DR. Thanks for the phone call, man. I feel like I saw somebody last night comparing him to like Ezekiel Elliott. I thought that was a pretty decent one. It felt like he was a guy over at Ohio State where he would just hit, like he'd get the ball, get some contact, and then he'd take about 5 or 6 defenders with him for another 7 or 8 yards. That feels like that's just what we saw from DGG 5 or 6 times last night.
I'm going to have to do some homework because it's like, again, as they've mentioned, like his jump cuts and just like vision, absolutely incredible. There's a couple times last night too when it's like he's aware of the game situation. He's able to remember that while going through the play in motion. Like he, to stop to run the clock out. He, instead of taking it in for the end zone, fell down. He would still run it in like 2 plays later. So not too much time went off there, but also like the ability to not shy away from contact either. Like, yeah, he's very shifty, but also he could run out of bounds or he could lower that shoulder to try to get that extra 1.5 yards and possibly maybe even remain upright from it. So I don't know. I'm going to have to do my homework a little bit here to find a nice comparison, but he's just what I want in a running back so far he has displayed. And because I'm biased, maybe his pass blocking is getting a little bit better. I
was going to say, did his pass pro look good last night?
No, he picked up a blitz on one of their touchdown passes last night.
There we go, Bubba. He's listening.
I can appreciate that.
Josh, you have a player comp for him that kind of speaks to you a little bit?
Yeah, I just kind of Googled some names here too, just to try to get my brain firing a little bit. Obviously, people are going to say Alvin Kamara probably just because he looks like him for a while. I don't know if that's necessarily true. I don't know if he has some of the. Alvin just was so fluid in his movement, and DGG is just more of a hard runner, more so than fluid, but his jump cuts are great. Maybe he might be a little bit of a mixture of like a Le'Veon Bell and like a Quinshon Judkins, maybe just kind of a nice marriage of the two with the way they play. Because Le'Veon was a hard runner, but also had really good jump cuts, and Quinshon's really balanced when he runs. He's got really good balance, and I mentioned that earlier. So maybe a nice marriage of the two, maybe a little bit of Saquon in there. But he's somebody that we haven't really seen before yet with the way he plays. I think Adrian Peterson is the best probably comparison that there is, but I think there's even some differences there.
That's kind of what I was going to say there, Josh, was like, it's almost more of a compliment to like not have a player comp for this guy because he is just so unique with his skill set. And you feel like you can combine 4 or 5 great running backs in different elements of their game. And you're like, this guy's already got it. So, for there not to be like a clear cut comparison, that just to me proves how much of kind of a specimen this guy is.
Well, he's so fast too.
I'm looking through Twitter. This is actually a pretty solid one. I know that it's from a hated rival, but Trent Richardson back in the day for Alabama, like he just kind of had that, hey, you're going to get hit and it's impossible to go take this guy down with him type of thing where, just playing through contact, able to kind of get loose and just squirm through, some tough traffic and stuff like that. So I don't know. I could see a little Trent Richardson, but I think that's maybe selling him short a little bit too. But
yeah, well, I saw some people say Derrick Henry. I'm like, he's not big enough for Derrick Henry. I'm like, is he hard to tackle like Derrick Henry is? Sure, but he's not big enough nor as powerful as Derrick Henry is.
Just wait till he gets in that Derrick Owens.
Yeah, maybe.
In that
he's already 210. So
that's what also I was talking with my buddies at the bowling league last night. Like, how is this guy going to get bigger? We saw Deshaun Bishop get bigger, so I know it's possible. But like, he already just looks like an absolute alien out there in high school on the field. It's impossible for me to fathom that this guy just gets so much bigger over the course of 2 or 3 years here at Tennessee. But
maybe Todd Gurley's a good one.
Todd Gurley, I like that.
I think that's a pretty good one.
Todd Gurley's a good one. Man, Todd Gurley was so fun in fantasy. Hung it up too soon, but maybe he got out of there at the right time.
I think he got out of there at the right time because you could see his career starting to dip down a little bit. So he got out when he could.
We'll catch a quick break. On the other side, we'll continue some football conversation. Maybe we'll talk a little Marshall Manning. Too early to talk about the 2030 class.
How much did he play? I saw the one pass, but was he in there for just like a play? Did the guy's helmet pop off or what?
I don't know why he got in there so early.
His helmet didn't pop off, but looking back, which this scenario was when I was kind of in and out, trivia a little bit, but it's like they showed the camera of him warming up, and it's like, what the heck is he doing? And then their other starting guy, the Ole Miss commit, was out there just kind of like, he didn't really throw it. He kind of took it and run or went for a scramble. And then as soon as that happened, Marshall was out there for a rollout pass. So I think
maybe they just did it for PR. I don't know.
He did take a shot, though, on the deep ball.
He's just got to be ready when his name's called. Ultimate professional, Marshall Manning, already. Runs in the family. We'll hit a quick break. We'll have some more football talk here on the other side to wrap up hour number 1. Stick with us. You've got Talk Sports here on Fan Run Radio.
Follow us on Twitter or X or whatever the they're calling it these days at Fox Sports Knox, Fox Sports Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Tired of spending your weekends working in the yard? Let ECR Total Landscapes handle it for you. We'll take care of de-weeding your flower beds, leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more. Let us do the heavy lifting so your landscape looks great. Right now, get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you mention promo code FANRUN. Reliable service, great results, and more free time for you. Call us today at 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Planning for spring at Lowe's means big savings on outdoor power equipment, and Lowe's knows nothing feels better than free. Buy one select Ego string trimmer, leaf blower, or mower kit. Get one select 56-volt battery free. That's up to a $299 value. Power through spring with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 4/3 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Wrapping up hour number 1 here, live in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Continuing our talk from last segment, talking a little bit of DGG, and we're going to talk about some Marshall Manning. I know that maybe, the Keyshawn Bowman and Kenneth Simon might be a little bit more, might be a little bit sooner onto the clock here at Tennessee, but never too early to start the clock for the class of 2030.
For the man with 2 plays last night.
Are you willing to give him a scholarship already after those 2 plays, Bubba? Did he earn one?
That's not up to me to decide. That's up to Peyton.
That's up to
Because
Peyton.
my theory is that Peyton would not let Tennessee recruit him unless he thought that he was good enough to play at a premier SEC program.
I think I like that take, Bubba. Are you just saying like Peyton wants to make sure that Marshall's not getting like the pity scholarship of just, oh, well, you got Manning on the back of your jersey. Go ahead and throw him a scholarship and make my boy happy over there at Tennessee. He wants him to earn it the right way.
Yeah, Peyton's going to be protective of Marshall and where he ends up going. I think, well, we saw what Peyton did when he was choosing his school. He didn't want to go where his dad went. He wanted to go make a name for his own self. So he might even tell Marshall, be like, hey, go do the same thing. We love Tennessee. We'll always love Tennessee. But go somewhere where you're not going to have the expectations of me as much. You're always going to have the expectations of your father if your dad's Peyton Manning.
Sure.
But go somewhere where that's not going to be looming over you and his name's not literally in the stadium that you're playing in.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's a tough thing to wrestle with for any kid. And, I mean, there's plenty of instances of former athletes and their kids going on to play at the next level and stuff like that. And I'm sure that's a crazy amount of pressure. And I'm sure it's something that he's already probably felt in his football life. And he's only a freshman in college here, or freshman in high school here now. So, yeah, I mean, I think that is a fair point on just, you want to be able to kind of carve out your own path. You want to be able to, not have to live in your father's shadow, kind of like you're saying there, Josh. And I think that is an interesting wrinkle and element to this recruitment. Does he just go off and kind of find his own path? Does he go to one of the other schools that people in his family have gone to? Or does he just, say, hey, I'm going to go kind of find my own way, and wherever it is, we'll go there. But it feels kind of, it's hard for me to feel like Marshall Manning goes somewhere out of the SEC, though.
Yeah, he'll go to the SEC.
I think that if a premier program remains premier, Indiana.
Indiana, okay.
Because the Indianapolis Colts, kind of connection there.
Yeah.
Peyton grew up in Indiana, so he's kind of got a little homeliness there. But
Signetti wouldn't sugarcoat anything with him.
Obviously Peyton doesn't respect Lane Kiffin, so he ain't going to LSU. I don't think they've already done the Texas experiment. Can't go to Ole Miss, can't go to Tennessee because he's been there, so he wants to blaze his own trail. Georgia, Alabama wouldn't do it.
What if he goes to an ACC school? Maybe he goes to a Florida State or
Florida
something.
State.
Virginia Tech, James Franklin. I mean, he's a good coach.
Yeah. I kind of like Indiana, Bubba. I could see Kurt Signetti whipping him into shape, being like, I don't give a damn about what your last name is. You got to go out there and perform for me. Virginia Tech would be interesting. Just a Manning like playing in the ACC kind of makes me laugh there, but
it'd be the first time it's happened.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe he does want to go out of the SEC a little bit. We got Bud on the line. After last segment, we're talking some DGG comps. Looks like Bud might have one for us. Bud, good morning, man. How we doing?
Good, bro. Life's good to me. Y'all have to look it up on tape, but the running back, the DGG looks a whole lot. Johnny Musso played at Alabama. You dreaded seeing him on the field because he'd sit and wait on you. Or John Riggins, either one, played for Kansas State and the Washington Redskins. But Johnny Musso would wait on you. He'd wait for his hole to open up, and then he would make a hole. He was a little bit short Italian stallion.
That just sounds mean.
Oh, I despise we played them. Man, I despise we played them. But he was a great player. But see, I know he's on YouTube somewhere, Johnny Musso, but he was a stud back in the early 70s with Alabama.
Okay, okay. I like it.
Enjoy your show.
Appreciate it, man. I like that we got to go like this far back to be able to find a comp for DGG. We haven't found one in football from the 70s on to go get this guy. We've just got an absolute prototype getting ready to be built here in Knoxville here next year.
I don't want to overhype and give into all this just barrage of positive attention for a high school athlete. Even though we seem like we know what kind of guy he's going to end up as, but I do think after this parent phone call, the fact that you can find guys from way back in the day of just a meaner, tougher, grittier era, that just gives me goosebumps a little bit.
But you combine that with today's athleticism too, which is really special. Somebody said Bijan Robinson in the chat. I don't know if he He obviously had a good day receiving yesterday. I just don't know if his receiving skills are as comfortable as Bijan is when he does that. Maybe he can get there, and that's something he can develop. But right out of high school, I wouldn't say that it's quite there yet. But I mean, if we're even saying Bijan Robinson in the same sentence as DGG, we're in a good spot. I'm very happy we have one of these guys finally on our side.
Yeah, no, I mean this is one of those guys that you can already tell through high school that you're watching somebody special, and you've got a guy that what are you watching over there, Bubba?
The highlights.
So I was watching Mr. Riggins here, back when he played with Joe Theismann for the Redskins.
All right, let's go.
He's a bruiser, man.
Did you see shades of DGG?
Covering the ball, just absolutely breaking through 2 tackles.
Can you close your eyes and you have to wipe off the lenses of your glasses and be like, is that DGG or is that just the grainy footage from back in the day there?
I do appreciate that gentleman calling in, though.
Absolutely. All the
Fires me
callers
up a little
welcome
bit.
this morning. We're firing off the callers on this Friday. If you've had a hankering to call in to talk sports,
today's your day.
Give us a shout. We're welcoming guys. John might not want to listen to you, but we absolutely will.
Does he not like it when people call in?
John's not a callers guy.
Really? Because I know
he opens it up sometimes in
Yeah.
game weeks around the game once you get Thursday or Friday, but
once we've hit all the things we need to hit already, yeah.
Essentially. I don't know. Maybe we could open them up to the world of callers a little bit more if we keep having great phone calls like we have today. Maybe we'll come back on Monday and tell John, hey, this is
our show now.
Yeah.
I know William only has 2 people. He can go co-host with William.
Sure. I'm sure those two won't kill each other, by week 4 of football season.
I mean, I think that'd be a great pairing just for that reason. Just see how long they can
throw
go.
Brett into the mix there too.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. That would we wouldn't have a White Claw hard seltzer studio anymore. They would just burn it to the ground. They'd probably just absolutely go at each other's necks. Hypel Sig in the chat saying, seriously, the best comp is Bo Jackson. I just love seeing all these comparisons of people just naming off the best running back you can think of. And they're like, this guy looks like him.
I mean, who was the last guy we had that had that we knew was this just bona fide game changer coming out of high school?
Jamal Lewis.
You're talking at the running back position
I'm
specifically?
Talking any.
Or
Is
just
it Eric
any of
Berry?
these guys?
Just any. Eric Berry? Would he be the last one that was just legit?
Eric Berry. I mean, feel like Derek Barnett came in with a bunch of height.
We could say for lineman wise, like Trey Smith, it's
Trey Smith's a good
that.
one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then he even had the whole blood clot issue halfway through.
Right,
and
his career
we
kind
didn't know.
of got put on pause a little bit there.
But then when he came back, and man, when he got drafted in the 6th round, I was so mad. I was like, this dude's a 1st round talent. I'm like, Kansas City just got a steal.
And all I
he's
said
since
was,
then proved it,
No, yeah, 100%.
How did the Titans pass on this guy 6 times?
Don't stop it.
And then all I heard at their station was, oh, well, every team in the NFL passed on him 6 times. It's not that big a deal, Sam.
It's a pretty big deal.
Well, look what he turned into now. Nico was the last, yeah. We thought we had it with Nico.
I feel like DGG has more hype than Nico did, though.
Yeah, that little string bean. We should have heard it. We should have seen it coming with the pajama pants.
The pajamas, the playing volleyball constantly. I mean, come on. If I find out DGG ever plays volleyball or any adjacent sport like that,
stop.
I'm out.
Jonathan Congbro's a good one. He did have a lot of talk out of high school. I remember him. And then he just didn't really ever pan out, though.
Bubba, whenever it's inevitable that Nico hangs up the football cleats and becomes like a Olympian volleyball player for the U.S., are you going to root for him? Or
yeah.
Okay. He just has to hang it up on the football field.
This is going to be a very, very bad thing to say. I can't hate Nico. I can hate his family. I can't hate him because I think to Ohio State and my miserable experience there, Dylan Sampson's out there crying on the sideline. You know who cracked his helmet for the greater T? Nico. I can't hate a man for that.
He did go out there and play hard that game.
He was the only one who showed any heart that game.
He went out there and played hard. We'll give him that. My soul is still frozen from that game, though.
All 3 of us were there, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not.
Yeah.
I didn't want to be.
I wanted to be until the flag. I'll stand by this take. If we didn't get that, wasn't like a roughing the passer flag on that first third down.
Mm-hmm.
If that didn't happen, I'm not saying we win the game, but it is a much more competitive
It feel
game.
like it would have been different, yeah.
Because we forced a 3 and out on that.
And then there's like a holding your face mask or something.
Yeah, we had the
happened.
crowd, but it was loud in there for that.
We had 15,000 fans in that
we had
place.
more than that. We had probably 25.
Ridiculous.
If that flag does not happen on the first series of the game, we may not win the game, but it's more competitive.
I did watch a kid get jumped though by a grown man, which was crazy to see up there.
Kid get jumped by a grown man.
Yeah.
Was it Ohio State on Ohio State crime?
This dude, he had a Tennessee driver's license, but he was just trying to be a punk and root for Ohio State. He jumped an Ohio State kid though, and then he also jumped our group.
This guy just wanted to fight.
It didn't end well for him.
Yeah, this guy just wanted to fight. I think he wasn't there for the football.
Yeah, it felt that way.
Here's another comment. What about Sean Alexander? I've seen some people say him on Twitter.
Just keep racking up all the.
What about Marshall Faulk too? I mean,
this is kind of creepy. Ever since that we've started talking comps, my entire Twitter feed has just been comps for DGG.
Hey, speaking into existence, brother.
We'll keep them rolling throughout the show. Hour number 1 in the books. We'll have some headlines for you on the other side. Stick with us. More Talk Sports coming at you.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
September 10th isn't just a sale, it's an experience. Join us as Liquor Vault celebrates its first anniversary with the biggest savings event of the year. Experience rare bourbon drops, surprising barrel releases, and complimentary tastings all day. For the wine enthusiasts, you can check out Jason Drotar's Wine Passport Experience. Cigars, they've got them too. Enjoy hourly giveaways, exclusive one-day only anniversary pricing, and surprises throughout the day. Find a Vault Golden ticket and receive exclusive access to Liquor Vault's highly anticipated end-of-year rare bourbon allocation. People will be talking about this event for months. The only question is, will you be there? The Vault Experience, September 10th, only at Liquor Vault's anniversary party. Located at 2901 Tazewell Pike. Check out their specials and sign up to get discounts at liquorvault.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Are you getting penalized because you can't make it to your bank on time? No need for unnecessary roughness. It's time for a new game plan. Easily manage your accounts with Citizens National Bank's mobile banking app. Check your balance, deposit a check, and pay a bill, all from your phone with CNB's mobile banking.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Your tax refund belongs to you, not an identity thief. Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft last year. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. They monitor and alert you to identity threats you'd miss on your own, even if you're careful with your personal information. And if you do become a victim of tax-related identity fraud, LifeLock has U.S.-based restoration specialists ready to help solve your identity theft issue. Plus, all LifeLock plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, meaning LifeLock will reimburse you up to the limits of your plan if you lose money due to identity theft. Let LifeLock help protect your financial info, so all you have to worry about is what you do with your tax refund. Go to LifeLock.com, save up to 25% off your first year. The promo code is HERD, promo code HERD, to save up to 25% off your first year. LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
So much for closure, I lost composure.
Hour number 2 on a fine Friday morning in Knoxville, kicking off right now. What does that mean? That means it's time for some headlines from Josh. Take it away, brother.
Yeah, I'll get us started with the other high school football game that was going on in town. I know we were talking about that a little bit, but we spent more time on DGG there. But Powell beat Anderson County. The final was 56-44, something like. It was high scoring game. AC honestly should have won the game, but they turned the ball over 4 times over the course of the game. Just not going to get it done. Powell's quarterback also has a cannon, by the way. I mean, he's a hefty righty. But I mean, one of their touchdown passes, he threw it from the 20 to the opposite 20.
All right, I'm seeing the video of this. This guy rocks.
He's got a cannon.
This guy is hefty.
They've done that for the past couple quarterbacks. Because before
Deuce
him was a guy
Rogers
named Deuce Rogers, who's just an athlete.
Have you seen that pass, Bubba?
I haven't seen the 20 from the 20.
Here, I'll show you it real quick.
So Powell just has a pipeline of
that's why I think
not necessarily Jared Lorenzen guys, but just they've got a built-in flak jacket, let's say. I'm not super well versed on the high school football rival. I know Powell Anderson County is normally a huge game, right?
They've played to open the season the past 5 years, I want to say.
It's also because teams are just starting to get pretty competitive, and it's always a somewhat interesting game.
Yeah, they both got talent, especially Powell. Powell's had talent since I was in high school. I mean, I played Walter Nolan.
Were they I feel like the first time I really because I haven't been in Knoxville my whole life. So I feel like the first time I remember hearing Powell was when Walter Nolan was coming. Did they
growing up, there's a guy they had there running back. I forget what happened to him, but his name was Deshaun Mobley. I think he ended up going to Kentucky.
Okay.
But he was a hell of a back.
So they've always had good talent.
Well, and they had Aiden Green is the Virginia Tech receiver. He went there. Adarius Redmond. What happened to that guy? Because he had Power 5 interest too.
No clue.
He I guess he just fell off. But I mean, they've always had big talent. So
seems like it was a close game at half, 28-24, and then
they just traded scores the entire game. Basically, It was either Powell was scoring and AC was responding, or they turned the ball over. That was the story of the game. The game also lasted 3.5 hours, which for a high school game is kind of ridiculous.
But it also makes me think as to why Powell will face some type of infraction for, or to be illegal recruiting, so to speak.
But will they? We've been saying that for
maybe
5 years.
5 years down the road, they'll be like, "Oh, hey, here's looking back at Matt Lowe's tenure."
Bubba's not going to let this one go.
It's also because I can't respect Powell.
Bubba ain't sleeping until that program goes down.
Exactly. Powell has rats. That's what we say. P-U, what's that smell? P-O-W-E-L-L.
I mean, he's not wrong. There's no way that they haven't, but will anything be done about it, and can we prove it? I don't know.
Bubba, you should become like the Pablo Torre of local East Tennessee high school football recruiting violations.
I would hate that. I'd have to go to every school. Everybody's got dirt.
He's also not wrong. I mean, that's another thing when you have to think about it.
Because also
everybody's doing it now.
Because the thing
so
too is
in trouble?
Booster clubs are funneling money in ways that some people don't think, And then a lot of times that's why coaches get canned, is because of situations with that where it's like, oh, we thought we had more money to use here, whether whatever the situation may be. But so I would hate that, Sam. I'm sorry.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
You're not wrong.
Next headline, please, Josh.
Yeah, Oklahoma and Brent Venables have agreed to a new 6-year contract that averages $10.5 million per year.
Yeah, this one feels kind of crazy to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it.
Seven figures?
You're coming off of a playoff run with him, but man, it feels like they're just going all in on Brent Venables here.
That's a big buyout if you got to fire him too.
It's a big buyout for a guy that's like 500 in the SEC as a coach at Oklahoma. He's 32-20 overall. Like it's a solid record. That's not, hey, I'm going to go pay you $10 million. Good. Hasn't finished in the top 10 in the AP poll. He's got 2 losing seasons in 4 years. I don't know, man. I mean, I think this is one that Oklahoma is like really gambling on, just saying we believe in this team this year. We feel like we've got another playoff contender. We feel like we've got another good defense. John Mateer stays healthy. We can go and, have a kind of a revamped looking offense. But man, I don't know. This feels like this is just kind of are they worried about like the market, just kind of the market getting reset? I feel like this doesn't happen much in like college coaching. No. You see that in the NFL of like, all right, Titans went out and paid Peter Skoronski. He's the highest paid guard, but in 8 months, he's going to be like the 6th highest paid guard or something like that. I feel like you don't necessarily see that a lot in college coaching. And it's not like you have other programs batting down the hatches being like, I need Brent Venables as my head coach.
Well, I just looked up Heupel's salary too. Is Brent Venables $2 million worth more of a coach than Josh Heupel?
I was going to say Heupel makes like 7.5, right?
I think he's at 9 now, but okay. Venables is 10.5. So I mean, is he $1.5 million better of a coach than Josh Heupel? I don't think so.
Yeah, no, I mean, and especially when you look at the fact that like we at least have some more proof of concept. I feel like with Heupel in the SEC, he's at least been in here longer. Maybe he doesn't have like the big time wins, but it's not like Brent Venables has just got a laundry list of big time wins either.
Yeah.
This one was a very, very much of a head scratcher to me, but maybe the people in Oklahoma feel differently. I know the George Stoya, big time reporter for Sooner Scoop over there, they asked Roger Denny, who I'm going to assume is their AD, why he gave Brent Venables an extension before the season. He said, "We've seen what our team is capable of under Brent's leadership, and that's what we're investing in. I don't need to see this season to know what we've got." What if they go 5-7 this season?
Yeah.
Roger, you still know what you've got with him?
I mean, that schedule's tough. I know we're going to get into a little bit of my stuff later.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to give you everything because that episode's not come out yet, but I'll give you a couple things. I don't have Oklahoma in the playoff. I mean, the schedule's too tough.
I think it's fair to say they do have a tough schedule, and I think there's a lot of people that still just can't fully buy into like John Mateer going out there and being a game-changing quarterback all throughout the season. We saw it at times, but the consistency was real up and down for him last year as well, Josh.
Yeah, we'll see.
Bubba, too much money for Brent Venables?
Yeah.
I don't have him and Heupel that far off. If you gave him 9 or 9.5 even, fine. But 10.5, he's not $1.5 million better of a coach than Josh Heupel is. I mean, where does that put him in the SEC as well? Let me look that up.
Brent Venables looks like he is like always sweating to me.
Well, he is.
He seems like a stinky guy.
He is now the 5th highest paid coach in the SEC. It was a $2 million raise for him. He now makes more than Kalen DeBoer and $250,000 less than Mike Elko.
I guess that just gets you the big, somewhat lifetime contract. Not lifetime, but I mean 6-year deal. That's quite the investment. Quite the investment out there in Norman. We'll see if they can get it figured out. I don't know. I mean, it seems like that front office over there with Jim Nagy and everything, they seem confident in kind of the approach that they're taking. So maybe they just feel like they're getting way ahead of the game here. But I mean, yeah, they still got to go. They go to Michigan again, right? They play Michigan again.
Yeah, they go to Michigan this year.
Yeah. What is their schedule?
Oh, it's tough. It's really, really tough.
Yeah, you got at Michigan, at Georgia, then you go bye week, home against Texas, and then you finish up your season with
they play Ole Miss
at Florida, home against Ole Miss, home against A&M, and at Missouri to finish the year. Missouri late in the season is a place I never want to go. It's so
cold.
Gray. It's so cold. Nobody really feels like they care about that,
especially
game,
if that's a night game.
Yeah.
I mean, like I can understand this though for Oklahoma's perspective because it's like they've gotten the ability to go to the playoffs now, It seems like that might be, hopefully, what they're thinking, a reoccurring thing. Kind of like what we're thinking here with, Josh Heupel was like, okay, we've been to the playoffs with, freshman 5-star. So it's like that's always the goal. They're trying to capitalize on it because it seems like they understand how their method for quarterbacks is to pick off, highly touted guys and then get them to transfer.
Yeah.
But
I get it. On one hand, you feel like you're kind of getting into you're getting in on the I wouldn't say the bottom floor, but you do feel like you're building something there that is sustainable. But at the same time, we watched Brent Venables in Oklahoma lose to Navy in a bowl game in 2024 and just blow a game against Alabama this past year as well.
I mean, were people not saying he was on the hot seat entering last season?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then he kind of, was able to get him to that playoff, and I guess that was good enough for them to say, you know what, we're going to go from hot seat to 6-year extension.
What's Oklahoma's win total? Do we know? I'll look it up on FanDuel as we speak.
Let's see.
But
I'll figure it out here, Josh. Give me the next headline, and then we'll.
Well, the next one will get us talking too. So
Oklahoma is at 8.5.
Okay. Yeah, it's a pretty good line. I feel
Juice
like if
on
it was
the under,
at
though.
Okay, I feel like if it was at 7.5, I'd hammer that over because I am confident enough in their defense getting them to at least 8 wins.
Yeah, you got them at plus 132 on the over, and you got minus 162 odds on under 8.5. So
okay, good to know.
I think they're an 8-4 ball club.
Good to know. Bro, I'll move us into this next headline then. Fernando Mendoza got a little extended action last night in the Raiders preseason game. Was not great though. I'm pulling up his stats as we speak. He threw a pick six in the first half. I did see that, and it was when they were in the red zone. So that's never anything you want to see. But his official stats on the day were 18 of 15, 86 yards, a pick, which was the pick six, only a 42.6 passer rating.
Yeah, I saw the pick six. Kind of drifting away, and then just kind of throws back into the middle of the field towards 3 defenders, and this guy just easily kind of picks it off. I don't know. I feel like Mendoza wasn't incredible. I don't feel like he was terrible outside of that one. Like you said, I mean, there's a couple decent throws that you can look at. There's a couple that you can clearly tell that, you get into film and they're going to say, hey, we got to get that cleaned up. That's something that can't happen at this level. But I'm very, very interested to see how the Raiders attack that quarterback position this year. It seems like they're going to take their time and give Kirk the reins. But
I'd even be okay with letting Kirko start for the full year and just letting Fernando just learn. I mean, you're paying Kirk a lot of money.
You are. And it's not like, especially in a division that the Raiders are in, it's not like you are, going into this season and saying, you know what, I think we're
no, playoffs are not the expectation. Playoffs are not the expectation here for them. This year needs to be all about how much can Fernando learn and whether he needs to learn whether he's on the field or just learning behind Kirk.
What then makes it tough to me though is you really made sure you got Max Crosby back after that whole ordeal. He's still a somewhat young player, but it's you don't want to just keep leaving your potential new franchise quarterback on the bench while you've got a guy who is in his prime and in his peak of playing here in the NFL. You don't want to be able to, kind of get off track in terms of mirroring those two guys. But yeah, we'll see what happens with old Mendoza. Next headline, please, Josh, if you got any.
Those are the only 3 that I got. I can see if I can find a random one real quick.
No, that's all right. How about got another dildo on the court in the WNBA.
Okay.
Y'all see that?
No.
I saw the Andrew Reese. That's him. He did it. He did it. Hey.
Yeah. Maybe this was an incredible tweet. Someone said Angel Reese acting like she just time traveled to 1963 and identified in real time who shot President Kennedy. It's him over there. Right there. I also saw another one of Angel Reese saying that blank was 7 inches. So she's just already.
Hey, whoa.
She's size bogging.
That's not fair for some of us.
How do we think John feels about this?
Yeah, I mean, maybe this is why John is not here.
My
today.
man was checking the halftime odds. He was going through.
No, John was the one who threw the dildo on the court. Probably he took a trip to. Doesn't she play for the Dream? She plays for Atlanta. Was it in Atlanta or was it at Sparks? I'm not gonna look this up. I don't care about the WNBA.
I was about to say, yeah.
I was gonna say our listeners. They're like, we don't have John in today.
Please
we don't
stay
have
away
to talk
from the
about the
WNBA.
WNBA. I'm gonna refer. to
Rebounds,
that.
she bounds, me bounds.
I did not know John was as big of a WNBA guy as he was until I started doing this show.
It's an untapped market for betting.
Yeah, it's hard for me. I don't know. I go back and forth between like maybe John just really actually cares about the WNBA and enjoys it, or I think John comfortably bets the most amount of money on the WNBA, at least in the state of Tennessee.
I think that's why he cares so much about it.
It is.
He knows it's such a good market for betting.
He's
And
financially invested.
Yeah,
in it
and
now.
he's like, okay, well, I need to get the best educated bets out there that I can, so I need to know.
And
what's
he
going
does
on.
pretty well doing it. I can't necessarily like completely dog him for it because it does seem to be pretty profitable, but I just don't think I can bring myself to become like a WNBA expert. Oh, this girl's playing great in the last 5 games, so I'm going to bet her over. I can't bring myself to do that.
Shaq had an idea to improve the women's basketball
It was
game.
9-foot goals, right?
Yeah, lowering the goals, so that way we could see more action plays and posters and stuff.
You want some
They all
dunks?
took offense to that.
Yeah, I think they would.
I don't think we'd see it 'cause it's like, why do they want to make the same game? Because it wouldn't be as exciting when it's like, oh, here's, Brittany Griner just posterized Sonya Citron.
I just don't think I would care either way. I really don't.
They don't have that windmill ability. They ain't got that hammer.
Would they know if we just lowered it to like 9.5 instead of 10?
Well,
What if we
I mean,
just
they
lower
don't
it
know
and
what
they don't-
7 inches looks like, apparently.
What if we-
So, yeah, that'd be fine.
Let's just lower it and not tell them. See if they notice.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, maybe we're just getting into dogging on the WNBA here, but like,
It's fine with me. That's fine with me. I'm not a WNBA.
it's
defender.
not like their shooting percentages are like, Steph Curry numbers here. They might not know the difference between 9.5 and 10.
Also, like Steph Curry, I don't think they could find out what part of the court is dead just based off of a dribble that they did in warm-ups.
I like that video a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, there's just a lot of things I'd rather do than watch the WNBA.
Yeah.
That's
I
not
agree.
very supportive of you. I just want to throw that out there.
Listen,
fine.
we can support those women. I hope they have a great career. I hope they have a lot of fans. I'm just not one of them. It's just not my cup.
You got to be supporting with your money, though.
I have to support them with my money.
I'd rather research college football more and bet on that. That's I'm very excited to do that here coming up. I'm debating like throwing some action on some week 0 games just because it's something I've not been able to do for the last 4 years.
Why not, Josh? Why not? You're here now.
Yeah.
I mean,
I got to get like a weekly like budget though. So I don't be like irresponsible with it.
slippery slope.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
All the
I
hot
know.
lines
Yeah,
got
next thing you know, you're going to be putting your car up.
Yeah,
You're going to
yeah,
be doing all sorts of crazy things.
Well, I know one thing. I'm not going to parlay things. I'm going to just get.
That's how you win, though.
I'm going to do individual bets.
You do a 13-team parlay. You take alternate spreads.
It's not how you
You
win.
get lucky in like week 8, of the college football season when LSU was taking on Vanderbilt, and you took Vanderbilt to stay within 14.5 points, and they did somehow. And then the next thing you know, you got a whole paycheck coming your way, and you said, wow, I'm going to use this till the very end. And guess what? It's still going on.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
Bubba's just a little gambling devil.
Not going
talking
to
Josh
parlay
right
that
now.
stuff. I'm just going to individually bet on games, so that way, if I get 2 or 3 right, I'm up. If I get 6 of 10 right, I'm up.
Pay attention to New Mexico, please. That's all I'm going to say.
New Mexico is pretty good. Yeah.
Shout out Jason Eck. I just read an article on him yesterday.
Really?
He's got a lot of guys from Wisconsin on his staff, and they love drinking spotted cows.
I love him so much.
Yeah. He's going to get a big job after this year, I think. Wonder who's going to go take him. Somebody should. Somebody absolutely should. All right. That'll wrap things up for headlines. Stick with us. On the other side, we'll have some more sports talk for you. You are listening to Talk Sports here on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Citizens National Bank.
Are you getting penalized because you can't make it to your bank on time? No need for unnecessary roughness. It's time for a new game plan. Easily manage your accounts with Citizens National Bank's mobile banking app. Check your balance, deposit a check, and pay a bill all from your phone with CNB's mobile banking.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Golf Envy Farragut is the premier indoor golf experience you've been looking for. And right now they are offering a limited number of founding memberships. Golfers can reserve their spot for just $150 before their September grand opening. Founding members receive 90 days of unlimited guest passes as well as an exclusive risk-free first month. That's right. Try out Golf Envy with no obligation. Give it 30 days, and if it's not the right fit for what you're looking for, your first month's dues will be refunded. Members will get access to their Golf Zone 2 Vision NX simulator technology, the most realistic simulator on the market, where they can play more than 300 courses and compete in leagues and tournaments with players all across the country. Golf, rain or shine, 24/7, 365. To learn more and become a founding member, visit their website at farragut.golfenvy.com/presale.
And it's been a while since I could call you.
Tennessee football will be having their second scrimmage tomorrow, and I know that is one that has a lot of Tennessee fans antennas up, looking out for any little nugs you can get, some VolQuest guys, people, sources you got around the program who look good, who didn't. Do you name a quarterback? I do think that's obviously going to be the biggest, the biggest thing that people are looking at. Is last year it felt like after that second scrimmage, that's when Joey Aguilar got announced as starting quarterback on the following day on that Sunday. Now, you've gotten the reports coming out of the first scrimmage. Hey, Faison Brandon looks like a guy in the team setting, made some really big time throws, felt like he commanded the offense well, didn't turn the ball over. And then you had, George McIntyre, who looked a little bit shaky, but also made some solid throws as well. And I think the thoughts coming out of that were Faison Brandon's got the lead. We'll see if George McIntyre can do anything in the coming weeks to be able to do that one. So I ask you guys, do you feel like this is already a battle that feels pretty locked up, or do you feel like George can just go out there and set the world on fire and maybe change Heupel's mind, or do you just feel like, hey, Faison, go out there, take care of the ball, don't have too many turnovers, don't do anything necessarily stupid, and just kind of command the offense, and you feel like he's a guy that still goes and gets that nod and potentially gets named as that starting quarterback on Sunday.
Well, it's certainly not over. I mean, if George just comes in and just, lights the world on fire, he could still win the job. But, I mean, Faison has the clear lead here. Everybody's been talking about it over the course for the last week. All he's got to do is he's got to show up, make the easy throws, take care of the ball, and not just utterly collapse on himself, and he'll be okay. But George is going to be playing with less pressure now because everybody's thinking Faison's going to have the job. So if I'm George, let's just go rip it. Just go have fun, sling it around, see what happens. But I would lean Faison, obviously.
I know yesterday kind of changed the course of things whenever we had the two of the national media members coming out there, Pete and Akos. Because it's like before that, there's, I think, a separation where the local media was showing more praise for Faison and how they're logging him to be the number one guy.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the national media hadn't really caught up to it yet. And there's still, the talk of George McIntyre being the favorite. And you can still kind of see, I don't know if the media hasn't either updated or if they're just still holding on to that idea. Again, outside of, what Pete Nico said yesterday. So I think with that, and then, the telling sign is, we've seen reports of Faison being with the ones in practice and McIntyre with the twos. I still do think that there's a chance for George to be the starter, but I don't think anybody will be named up until the day of Furman. Because I think he's going to do his traditional depth chart where it's like Faison or George.
All the oars, baby.
I got to be a part of an oar on the depth chart when I was in college. That was pretty fun. I've got the program from when we played at Florida.
Means they had to watch your film. They had to scout you a little bit.
Oh yeah. And for our backup center spot, it was Zach Bond, one of my good buddies who was also a center, or myself. I was like, that's pretty cool.
I love it. Over under how many oars we have on the opening depth chart?
14 and a half.
14 and a half.
He loves them.
He does like those oars, man.
Over. I mean, it won't be at the running back position, hopefully.
I can't wait for the Ori Williams.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
A double oar.
I think we'll have two oars on the offensive line because it'll be Jesse Perry or Shamu Marab, or it'll be Ori Williams or Jesse Perry.
I mean, the whole defense pretty much is going to be an oar.
Yeah.
Our linebacker trio.
Build a damn boat. We got all the oars you can imagine.
Especially for the first 2 weeks, and we're Jaden Perlotti or Braden Roos, assuming Hardman, injury stuff there. But
yeah, Edwin Spillman or Jeremiah T. Lander. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Ty Redmond will be the only one on the defense that doesn't have an oar by his name.
Yeah, I feel like the starting corners. I feel like Ty Redmond and Kayan Lee are pretty penciled in there as your two starters there. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting, and I've seen some stuff from the VolQuest guys kind of saying there's a few guys that are a little bit banged up, or just, the clear star players that are returning from last year that you don't necessarily need to see. So, it sounds like you're not going to see a whole lot of Mike Matthews and Braylon Staley and Deshaun Bishop in this second scrimmage. I think I saw Ethan Utley, Ethan Davis maybe as well. So, there's going to be a couple guys that maybe don't get a chance to go play, but I think that's a big opportunity then for what we've talked about now after all these injuries have gone down is what's going to be the depth in some of these spots, and are some young guys going to have to go out there and show out. I think that's going to be a huge audition for some of those guys. And as it relates to the quarterbacks too, when you talk about, Bishop and Staley and Matthews maybe not playing in that one, to me, I kind of like that of, hey, how does Faison look throwing to guys that, necessarily aren't as talented as a Mike Matthews or a Braylon Staley? What do you look like throwing to the twos and threes and some guys that maybe don't have as much of that, oh, my talent can maybe save this bad throw. I can make a crazy catch from Mike Matthews. Maybe your third string receiver can't make that kind of catch. So, accuracy is a little bit more of an emphasis in some of these things. And I just think it's interesting to see how these guys kind of play with the non-starters on the team. And to me, that's kind of a telltale sign on how your guys will eventually play with your starters. A lot to think about in this one. I mean, I think this is, when you look at this second scrimmage, Bub, I feel like I'd like to see a quarterback named before this mock game week type of stuff, but maybe Heupel's just going to roll with it and kind of keep it close to the vest and say, hey, the guys in the program kind of know where this pecking order's at, but maybe we're going to keep it a little bit more of a mystery to the national people for a little bit longer.
I'm still holding on to the belief that they're going to get like split time in the Furman game, regardless of what the score is or situation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm with him. I don't think he's going to name a starter until the week of Georgia Tech. I think the guys in the building are going to know. I think everybody's going to kind of know, but I don't think he's going to publicly say it until the week of Georgia Tech.
I hope we get one before Georgia Tech, but
I'd love it if he said it on Sunday. I just don't anticipate him to.
That's what I'd like. I'd like to just, hey, we're going to get this decision over with. We've all been in camp. We know they know more than us, obviously. They're there every single day, and they know exactly what's going in and out. And, man, I just kind of think at some point if you establish that pecking order, you let your guy figure out that he is that starter. You know, he commands that offense. He becomes that leader in the locker room, hopefully. I think those are the big things that you're looking out for there. Offensive line stuff, Josh, it sounds like Donovan Haslam a little bit banged up. So, you talk about the oars there and the spots at guard. Availability or best ability, we've talked about Haslam being a road grader and the most aggressive guy we've got on this offensive line, according to Glenn Ellerbe. But if you can't get out on the field, that doesn't matter. So, do we feel like maybe injury to some of our depth pieces maybe just kind of shows we kind of have to show our hand a little bit on what we feel like that starting lineup's going to be just due to some injury stuff?
Yeah, probably so. I mean, him being out, it sucks for him, but he's going to find his way on the field. He'll get rotated in on that right side, especially if Ori Williams trots out there and he's not getting the job done.
Mm-hmm.
They'll kick Jesse Perry out there. They'll put Donnie Haslam right there, and it'll be good to get Jesse a breather whenever he needs it too. But I also had heard that Ori's just had a good camp also, and that's been a part of the reason why he's taking the lead for the job. And I've been saying it since the beginning of camp. I expect Ori Williams to be the starting right tackle. So it's nice for the ego to see it turning that way.
I do think though that this isn't too crazy, just because it feels like maybe it's just me lacking of paying attention. But a lot of times Tennessee likes to experiment with the line. And also just situations of guys get tired in games, guys get a little banged up, so you got to have guys that kind of can fill in any point in time. And I think, that's kind of been a theme with, an Ellerbe offense.
Well, it's with the tempo, yeah. Tempo is going to have guys get tired out.
So it's like, we see a lot of iterations. So regardless of where these guys start, we're going to see a lot of playing time, with the guys that maybe didn't get that leading role.
Yeah, I mean, the news of Ori Williams having a good camp obviously makes you feel good because that's a guy that you look at him on paper and that's just an absolute behemoth of a man, 6'8", 330. You got that at right tackle, and then you got David Sanders over there, just pretty damn similar, 6'6", 310 already. Just you got two NFL bodies there at your tackle spots. And, if Ori Williams can be a guy that goes out there and takes a hold of that right tackle spot, you get a guy like Jesse Perry in there that has the versatility in that line. A lot of good problems for Glenn Ellerbe to have this year, and hopefully these guys stay healthy, and hopefully you don't get multiple injuries on that offensive line, because you do just feel like you've got multiple looks that you can throw at people. You feel comfortable with a bunch of different rotations there, and I hate recycling the same things I've been saying all season as we get this close to football season, but having an offensive line this experience just gives me so much more confidence, even though we have a quarterback that hasn't really played college football before, just because we've got a bunch of guys that are protecting them up front that you've got the utmost confidence in to be able to get their job done on a game in, game out basis.
I'll say this too. Let's please get everybody healthy, or keep everybody healthy on Saturday. I feel like that's going to be the biggest thing for this football team is we cannot afford any more injuries. Guys are going to get banged up. It's a physical game. I saw somebody in the chat said, how in the world is everybody already hurt or banged up? Fall camp is physical. It's a month straight of just full padded, full contact practices. It takes its toll.
It sounded like maybe this scrimmage on Saturday too isn't going to be like full on contact, full on tackling. As it was, as much as that first one was. So I feel like that's a pretty fine line, Josh. I mean, you've experienced it. You talk about the how physical it is. You got to be able to sharpen the sword before the season starts type of thing, but you also don't want to lose too many soldiers before the battle even starts. So
well, that's why this last scrimmage is 2 weeks before the first game. We did the same thing at my school. We had a scrimmage 3 weeks out and then a scrimmage 2 weeks out, and then we had a mock game week to kind of, prep everybody, and then we were just off that Saturday. And then it was go time. So
yeah. I mean, you got to be able to kind of space it out, let these guys go at it, and be able to continue to improve competitively, physically, all that type of stuff. But at the same time, you don't want to push them too much and know that you've just got a roster full of guys that aren't 100% whenever the season starts. And that means, kind of putting a couple guys on ice for the last few weeks of fall camp in certain spots. I'm not too mad about it. Music City Sam says the entire offense is experienced around Faison. I'm not worried about QB play. Defense is what needs to hit. I kind of agree with him. I just think we've seen Josh Heupel have good quarterback play from pretty much everyone he drops out there. It's just varying degrees of it. I know that, the Joe Miltons and the Nikos of the world weren't incredible, but Nico got us to a college football playoff. And
don't even get me started on the quarterbacks that we've had to watch and experience the past couple of years.
You're saying under the Heupel era, or just like
overall Tennessee guy?
No, absolutely.
I mean, we're going from Justin Worley makes me a little hurly, and then the whole just terrible tree. I know the forbidden, Pruitt era and stuff like that, but having Will McBride,
Brian Maurer,
JT Shroud out here throwing dimes, getting dimes too.
We're in our golden age, Bubba.
Harrison Bailey.
Maybe not. Yeah, we have infinitely more talent.
Keller Chris
with Faison Brandon than any of these guys that we have mentioned. So, yeah, be happy about it. It's a whole new world of possibility with a young quarterback here. The world's our oyster. It really is.
Just got to shuck it.
Just got to shuck it.
That's what you do with oysters, right?
Yeah. I thought you were making like a Tyler Shuck reference for a little bit.
Nah.
I was like, where are we connecting these dots?
No. If anything, it makes it a little more, aphrodisiac or whatever.
You're getting
a little freaky.
Yeah.
With these. Since the offense is going to be a little freaky.
This offense is getting you horny?
It might. Don't know yet.
Let's go to break. Wrapping up hour number 2. After this, stick with us. You're listening to Talk Sports here on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event. You need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Today, we raise a glass of Jameson Irish whiskey to the sport of football. Hear, hear!
To Gaelic football, born in Ireland in 1885 in its thrilling blend of soccer, rugby and basketball. On a massive field, 15 players kick or hand pass a round ball to score points over a bar or into a net. No pads, no helmet, no sense.
Hear, hear!
To college football, which kicked off in 1869 when Rutgers beat Princeton 6-4 in the Battle of New Jersey. With 11 players and helmets and pads, teams battle on a 100-yard gridiron with explosive pass plays and hard-hitting tackles. Unless you're called for targeting.
Hear, hear! Since 1780, Jameson Irish whiskey has been enjoyed by sports fans all around the globe. Whether your football is Gaelic, American, or even soccer, we can all agree on super smooth Jameson Irish whiskey.
Hear, hear! Fan Run Radio, the flagship station for Tennessee fans.
This ain't no wishy-washy, limp-wristed, kale-eating, half-ass sports radio station.
We're your in-your-face, truth-telling, say-it-loud, flag-waving, face-painting, hardcore, bring the noise, causing a ruckus, don't give a damn sports station.
Sports talk that doesn't just hang up and listen.
For the fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
Get some.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Everything's so blurry and everyone's so fake. And everybody's
All right, Josh, you hinted at some of your top 25 earlier in the show. Let's break some of that down as we are getting closer and closer to football season. Got all the national talking heads coming out with record predictions, preseason rankings, all that type of stuff. Where are you netting out here?
Yeah, so what I'm going to do is that episode is going to be dropping on the YouTube channel early next week is when we're targeting. It's already been filmed. We're just working out the scheduling timing with Willie P over there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through every Power 4 conference, give you my conference title game and winners along with a sleeper in the conference, and then I'll give you an outlook of the group of 6 and some teams that I think could make some noise.
All right.
So we'll start in the ACC. This one was a pretty easy one for me. My conference title game there was Miami-Louisville. Miami's going to win the conference. I think it's pretty easy. They're the most talented roster. They've got the best quarterback. I do like Louisville a lot. They've got the transfer from Ohio State coming in at quarterback, Isaac Brown at running back. Jeff Brom's the coach there. He's always done a good job. I think they're going to go 10-2 and be in that conference title game. My sleeper for the ACC shouldn't surprise anybody if you've heard me talk about this guy a little bit, but it's Cal. With JKS, at the helm there. I'm really high on that Cal team. He's just a baller. His ball placement is elite. His timing is elite. He's got NFL size. He's going to be an NFL quarterback here in a couple years. So I really like Cal out of the ACC to maybe make some noise.
You don't like Virginia Tech first year, James?
I'm not going to
Franklin?
give everything away. I might like Virginia Tech. I got to get the people to listen a little bit. I'm only going to talk about 3 teams of the conference here.
Tech is a team that has piqued my interest this year, Bubba. I think there's a very decent possibility that there's going to be a time in the season where Penn State's like, man, I kind of want James Franklin back.
I'll say this: Tech is in the top half of the conference. I'll go ahead and say that.
I mean, you look at easy schedules: VMI, Old Dominion, at Maryland, at Boston College to start the year. You feel like that's a pretty solid way to start 4-0, even though you've got 2 early road games, but I don't feel like Maryland and Boston College are necessarily the biggest threats in the world. And then, big game against Pitt at home, and then you go at Cal. It feels like when you talk about Virginia Tech, I think that middle of the schedule chunk there, very defining season stretch there for Pitt at Cal, home against Georgia Tech, at Clemson, because then that back half of your schedule is much more difficult where you go on the road to SMU and Miami. So, yeah, I mean, if Virginia Tech can kind of build some momentum there in the middle of the season, I think that's going to be a team that a lot of people around the country start to talk about. But, yeah, I mean, I think I agree with you there, Josh. Miami, a team that clearly is kind of the cream of the crop right there in the ACC, spending the most money, it feels like. They've got new portal gyms it seems just every year now you've got Darian Mintz over there at the
Cooper
helm.
Barcade's coming
Cooper
there.
Barcade is his number one guy coming over with him from Duke, so you feel good about that. I think the only other team that obviously like the national people are talking about and just maybe not as like the contender to win the ACC, but just they kind of need to. What's Dabo going to do and bounce back with Clemson this year? And how does that team look like? Because a lot of people are starting to question, the Dabo Sweeney way of coaching. Is it just kind of over there at Clemson? You feel like you can't fire a guy like that because he's done so much for that program. But, man, you go out there and you have another pretty bleak year, and I think a lot of people around there would start to have some questions.
Yeah, one more thing about Cal before we move on to the Big 12 is Cal gets a lot of their big swing games at home. They only have to go cross country maybe one time, and where Virginia Tech has to go to them. I think they maybe play NC State, and NC State has to go to Cal. So they get a lot of those swing cross country games at home, which is going to help. It's hard. It's tough to go 3 time zones over and find a way to win a football game.
I'll be intrigued to see when this comes out to see what you have to say about NC State. I'll be very
I think you might
intrigued.
like what I have to say about NC State. I like CJ Bailey.
I was
a
a
lot.
big CJ Bailey
I'm
guy,
a big
right?
CJ Bailey.
I'm a believer in him.
I do too. Brooks Austin just put a film study out on him. You watch that?
Not yet, no.
I'm going to at some point. I don't know when, but I'm going to. But no, the ACC is going to be a fun conference. It's going to be a fun top half of the conference. We'll see who's going to challenge Miami in that ACC title game, but I think it's pretty set in stone that Miami's going to be there. But we'll move on. You want to go Big 10 or Big 12 next?
Let's go Big 12.
Big 12. Okay,
Just
my
'cause-
conference title game there. It's not going to be what people are expecting.
All right.
I've got BYU there, then I've got Arizona out of the
Ah.
Big 12 there. I like Noah Fafita a lot. I think Texas Tech is going to get got early against Houston. They're going to have all that offseason drama carry over there, and then I think they're going to get got one more time in the regular season to be 10-2. Arizona's going to be 10-2. Big 12 there's going to be a lot of 9-10 win teams. There's going to be a big cluster there. Utah is a player that could certainly make it there. Houston's a player that could make it there. But I like BYU to win the conference.
Yeah, it did feel like last year Texas Tech had a nice little on-ramp to like relevancy there in terms of just being able to kind of build that brand up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, as you've got a top 25 matchup in week 3, that's not a lot of time in terms of, hey, we've got a few games to kind of get this thing under our belt here and kind of smooth some things out with, not the quarterback that you thought you'd have to start the season, I guess you could say. If you're a betting man like Brendan Sorsby, maybe things don't get off to a strong start in those first couple weeks of the year. I don't hate that take there, Josh. I think Texas Tech could definitely be a team that, just with like how weak the Big 12 is overall, if you lose one of those ranked matchups and then you just stumble along the way, whenever these 9-3 SEC teams or just an SEC team that is coming into that 9-game schedule now, feels like those middle of the pack SEC teams are still probably going to have a leg up over like a 2-loss Texas Tech team.
I agree with Josh for BYU because I think Bear Bachmeier, people latched on to the Diego Pavia. They latched on to Haynes King, just this physical guy, not afraid to use his body. He's that type of player.
LJ Martin at running back too, behind a good offensive line.
Yeah, you have another Doak Walker snub for LJ Martin. So it's like they've got a lot of
say his name right. The Joke Walker.
Yeah, the Joke Walker. Pardon me.
Thank you, Dr.
So I think that they've got a lot of just fun football ahead of them. But another thing is, I think that he halfway mentioned only one of them, Noah Fafita at Arizona. I think the Big 12 has a lot of really fun quarterbacks.
Devon Dampier.
I like.
Is that where you were going with that?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's good. Utah's good. They got a new coach there, though. I know he's been promoted, so it's not going to be too drastic of a change.
And then, too, people are going to think, I think this aligns perfectly, but North Texas completely transferred, to Oklahoma State. People like that North Texas team a lot.
They're going to be really fun to
talent,
watch.
more resources. What's Drew Mestemaker going to be able to do?
I've never been able to give up the Big 12. It's always kind of been my second favorite conference.
It's America's conference. It's fun.
There's fireworks all the time. It's the conference that you can turn on and like maybe you've got a game on FS1 and someone says, hey, turn it on ESPN2 real quick. And then you turn it on and it's like a game in the 60s. And we've got like 12 minutes left in the game still. And you're like, what the hell has been happening here? How have I not watched this game the entire time? There's always fun things that are happening in the Big 12. It's not necessarily like the best football to watch. You know, there's some weeks where you're looking at a matchup and you're like, yeah, man, these guys are outmatched just clearly. But there's always fun things that happen. There's funky plays. There's weird moments. You get a bad team, like just having some really weird play against a pretty solid team, and then all of a sudden you've got the ESPN push notification, number 14 BYU on the brink against Cincinnati. Tune in. And I do every single time.
I know that the person to watch for is, Avery Johnson, right? We kind of saw not the best.
How do you bounce back after the father and brother fight in Dublin, right?
Yeah, I mean, that ruined the whole season.
Yeah. Maybe he has a great year now that they don't start in Dublin.
Spoiler alert, no, he doesn't.
Good hair.
I'm not expecting much from K-State.
All right, let's go to the Big Ten here now,
Big
Josh.
Ten. I'll rapid fire the Big Ten. Ohio State and Oregon are going to be in the Big Ten title game, but I've got Oregon winning the Big Ten. I think Ohio State gets them in the regular season. Oregon gets their get back in Indianapolis, and then sleeper Penn State. I don't know how much of a sleeper that is, but their schedule is a cakewalk. It's super easy. They avoid playing Ohio State. I know they go on the road to USC. I'm pulling up their schedule right now, but I think John talked about it on the show the other day. They open with Marshall, Temple, and Buffalo. Then they have Wisconsin and Northwestern. They're going to be 5-0 before USC actually goes to Penn State for what's going to be the whiteout, allegedly. Then they go on the road to Michigan, and then they go on the road to Washington. So to me, they've only got 3 tough games. If they can win 2 of them, they'll be at 10-2, maybe in an at-large playoff spot there.
Hot take here. Penn State, I think that the whiteout without the white is not going to be that great. Pablo
cocaine-less.
Pablo Pledgecobar is not going to get all those students riled up.
What?
So lacking juice.
You might be right.
What that would be awesome, Bubba.
Plus,
What
do you believe in
State...
Rocco Becht? Do you believe in Rocco Becht?
I'm a Rocco Becht believer. I like him a lot.
I know the schedule's easy, but I'm still I got to see it against a increase in competition in the Big Ten, because kind of what we were talking about with this Penn State team, it just feels like you've got Iowa State in a Penn State jersey, and we'll see if they can go navigate the Big Ten. But
big year for Matt Campbell.
Huge year for Matt Campbell. That's a good point, Bubba. What if the Penn State whiteout
isn't the same anymore?
It just sucks. It's just not even a good environment, and all it was just Pablo Pledgecobar's cocaine ring holding the whole thing up.
Who knows?
Sounds like you're selling Indiana stock this year, Josh.
I wouldn't say selling. You'll have to watch the episode to see where I have them, but I don't have them in Indianapolis, obviously.
Okay. Quick on the SEC before we hit the end of the hour here.
Yeah, I got Georgia, and I got Texas, and I've got Texas finally beating Georgia in the SEC title game. So obviously that means Texas will have a bye in the CFP. Georgia will be in the CFP. I'll go ahead and spoil that one for you. Sleeper in the SEC. I mean, we've talked about the SEC, I feel like, just at length here. I'll go. I don't want to say Tennessee just because.
You can say Tennessee.
I don't want to, though, because we could go either way, really.
That's a sleeper.
I'm higher on South Carolina than some people are. That's going to make people really mad.
Bubba's fast asleep.
That's going to make people really mad. But they're not going to win the conference, though. I feel like there's only a set amount of teams that can make it to Atlanta. South Carolina is not one of those teams, but I think they're going to comfortably make a bowl game.
That's a sleeper.
They're going to comfortably make a bowl game. Sleeper, I'll go, I don't know, not Missouri. I hate Missouri.
I'll
go A&M.
I would say Florida in the SEC when it comes to sleepers.
I would say A&M. I don't know how much of a sleeper that is. A lot of people aren't high on A&M.
I think overrated.
I think A&M gets to 10 wins.
Think A&M gets to 10 wins?
I think they get to 10.
I'm worried about the offensive line for A&M this year.
They do replace everybody.
Yeah, I mean, they're replacing 4 of their 5 starters from last year.
Something like that, yeah.
Who's your Mountain West champion?
Yeah,
I'll get to the G6 here before we get out of here. There's nobody in the CUSA that interests me. Nobody in the Sun Belt. The Americans got a couple teams. They got Memphis, USF, and Tulane and UTSA. Those four all four. They could be pretty good there.
Brian Hartline taking over the mantle for the South Florida Bulls.
Yep. Like I said, nobody in the MAC, CUSA. Mountain West, I'm looking at New Mexico. I'm looking at North Dakota State, and I'm looking at Hawaii. And UNLV. I'm looking at those four to maybe win the conference.
They still got the Tokyo Toe over there in Hawaii?
Yeah. And they've got Mike Alejado, who's coming back. I've got a conference championship game of Hawaii and North Dakota State, with North Dakota State winning the Mountain West in year one in the FBS.
Would be a hell of a story. Would be a hell of a story.
And then Boise's going to win the Pac-12. Actually, no, they're going to make the Pac-12 conference title game, but San Diego State's going to beat them in the Pac-12 title game there. And then that's going to hold Boise State out of the playoff.
That's talking conference champions with Josh. Finishing off hour number 2. On the other side, hour 3 headlines. Bubba, you got a little game for us in hour number 3?
We'll figure something out.
There we go, baby. That's what I love to hear. Stick with us. More Talk Sports on the other end.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
Are you getting penalized because you can't make it to your bank on time? No need for unnecessary roughness. It's time for a new game plan. Easily manage your accounts with Citizens National Bank's mobile banking app. Check your balance, deposit a check, and pay a bill, all from your phone with CNB's mobile banking.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Football season is all about winning game plans, and here at Knoxville Smiles, we believe that your smile deserves an all-star game plan too. Whether it's a routine cleaning, whitening, or restoring your confidence, Knoxville Smiles has the experience to keep your smile in championship form. Don't let dental pain blitz your game plan. Call Knoxville Smiles today and schedule your appointment, because a healthy smile is the ultimate home field advantage. Call 865-539-1776 or schedule online at knoxvillesmiles.com.
September 10th isn't just a sale, it's an experience. Join us as Liquor Vault celebrates its first anniversary with the biggest savings event of the year. Experience rare bourbon drops, surprising barrel releases, and complimentary tastings all day. For the wine enthusiasts, you can check out Jason Drotar's Wine Passport Experience. Cigars, they've got them too. Enjoy hourly giveaways, exclusive one-day-only anniversary pricing, and surprises throughout the day. Find a Vault Golden Ticket and receive exclusive access to Liquor Vault's highly anticipated end-of-year rare bourbon allocation. People will be talking about this event for months. The only question is, will you be there? The Vault Experience, September 10th, only at Liquor Vault's anniversary party. Located at 2901 Tazewell Pike. Check out their specials and sign up to get discounts at liquorvault.com.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
One homestand remaining to see your Knoxville Smokies in action. That's it. The first week of September, your Smokies are home against the Chattanooga Lookouts, and we're closing out the season with amazing promotions every night. Taco Tuesday and All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday, less than $20 for tons of food and game tickets. Nice. Our final Thirsty Thursday, final fireworks show, and we end the season with our fan appreciation game. Get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Knoxville Smokies.
Today, we raise a glass of Jameson Irish whiskey to the sport of football. Hear, hear!
To Gaelic football, born in Ireland in 1885 in its thrilling blend of soccer, rugby and basketball. On a massive field, 15 players kick or hand pass a round ball to score points over a bar or into a net. No pads, no helmet, no sense.
Hear, hear!
To college football, which kicked off in 1869 when Rutgers beat Princeton 6-4 in the Battle of New Jersey. With 11 players and helmets and pads, teams battle on a 100-yard gridiron with explosive pass plays and hard-hitting tackles, unless you're called for targeting.
Hear, hear! Since 1780, Jameson Irish whiskey has been enjoyed by sports fans all around the globe. Whether your football is Gaelic, American, or even soccer, we can all agree on super smooth Jameson Irish whiskey. Hear, hear!
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports. Talk Sports.
Talk Sports. Talk Sports from 7 to 10. Ay. Overrated, underrated on Wednesday. Fan Run Radio, Talk Sports. Said not in my house. I ain't talking to Kim, babe. Johnny Cody out here asking where the ops at. Tennessee Volunteers here for combat. It's the Cherokee Ghost, John Reed and Cody doing everything we can to bring Rocky Top back. Talk Sports from 7 to 10. Never leave a witness, never leave loose ends. Nico ain't nothing but a nuisance. 2026, we making new friends.
Talk Sports.
Hour number 3 kicking off right now here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Friday show going by pretty quick. Final hour here before we get you sent off to Tony Basilio and the rest of the crew. William Pattison, The Drive. Guess it's Friday, so there's no overtime. But that's all in the future. All we have is the present. And what do we have right now in the present? Hour 3 headlines right now.
First up, some injury news in the NFL. Patrick Mahomes and George Kittle are both on track to play in Week 1, as Mahomes is tracking well and Kittle's Achilles recovery is ahead of schedule.
The Mahomes one is still impressive. The George Kittle one is crazy to me.
That man's got to be taking some like ivermectin or something crazy.
George Kittle's doing the guy, like, you know, that guy on Twitter that drank the horse electrolytes. That's probably what George Kittle's doing.
It's the substation.
Maybe it has healing.
It takes healing. You down, but it builds you back up.
Yeah, it taketh and it giveth away. That's a good point. Maybe
maybe he's giving him Wolverine powers.
He's hooking up his Achilles to like the substation and just like, please recharge me. Should we? Yeah, maybe we contact.
It's like that electrotherapy. You know, guys will put that on their body to stimulate it constantly. They're just getting stimulated nonstop.
Yeah, we might be onto something. We might have to get in contact with the guy that tried to take down the 49ers for the substation. Maybe we should, be like, hey,
build another one.
Did you ever consider the healing powers of it? That is too. Does building another one cancel out all the bad things that the old substation
I think
did?
It just amplifies everything.
You just have to go through like a month and a half of hell with all your players, getting injured, and then
if you had another one
from now, though,
just amplifies it all. That's all it does. It makes probably the injuries a little bit worse, but it builds you back even stronger.
You're playing basically just in like a nuclear reactor, though.
Let's just move him to Chernobyl. Let him go there.
It's essentially the same thing.
Relocate him.
Roger Goodell's talking about international football. The Chernobyl. We got a team name for him.
Brother, the only thing I know about Chernobyl is just waste.
The isotopes.
Yeah, that's not a bad name. The Chernobyl isotopes. I don't hate it.
We can't really be putting,
Sure we can.
I guess we could put the weird chemistry, kind of like atom symbol with the ring.
Yeah, as the
spinning around
logo.
it.
Yeah.
It could be like a round, like a.
I was thinking too much of like an atomic bomb, and we can't be putting that on stuff. That's not acceptable.
What would the color scheme be? Would it just be like a neon green and a hot pink or something, or what?
I think so.
Yeah, it just have to be just outlandish.
Yeah. The uniforms are just like the radioactive symbol, basically.
Yeah, just something completely ridiculous. You could probably get some cool helmet designs with that, though.
Yeah. Well, I hope George Kittle comes back week 1. That'd be sick. I hope he's
got a further career in wrestling, so we'll see what happens.
I'm eyeing that for fantasy purposes. So.
Oh wait, their season openers in Australia. Don't play him.
Not for that one.
Have you guys heard about the strategy of what each team is doing for this Australia game?
I'm very confused. I've never heard about this.
The 49ers are getting there a week before the game starts to get used to the time zone and everything and just try to get the team acclimated. I think the Rams are flying in the day before the game.
Just get in, get out.
They're basically just saying we're just going to fly in, and before these guys can even think about a time change and it all being screwed up, we're going in. And it feels like that is a bad strategy because I think they're telling guys not to sleep on the plane, and then you touch down.
Oh, it's like a 17-hour flight.
I know exactly. How are you telling guys not to sleep on a 17-hour flight? Because I think they want them to be awake in the flight and then touch down, and it's going to be nighttime, and then they'll basically just have their full night of rest, and then I think it's game day after that.
Josh, did you have guys sleeping on bus rides?
Oh God, yeah. You kidding me? Absolutely.
I imagine it's not a 17-hour bus ride.
No, the longest bus ride we took was to VMI, which was 12 hours.
I'd be snoozed.
Yeah, I mean, when we were riding back from Florida 2 years ago, that was just an 8-hour bus ride. That game was a night game. We didn't stay the night in Gainesville Saturday, so the game ended about 10:30. We left at 11:30. We got back to Birmingham at 6:30 in the morning. So, I mean, it was an overnight ride. I watched Tennessee, NC State on my computer and then was out.
I do like a good bus trip, though.
They're fun after you win.
Do they? I mean, this is going to be just really dumb, but do you think that with their strategy, the Rams getting in and getting out, will they play different guys? Like the odds that we would see more of a, backups of Ty Simpson might be a little extreme, but
that's their regular season opener, Bubba. You think they're just going to hold Stafford out of the game? Just be like,
I think it means maybe we see more D-line rotation.
Maybe,
rotation on the linebacking.
The flying affects Stafford more than it does Ty Simpson. He's an old man.
I actually do think that's a very real possibility that Matt Stafford's back just locks up on him after being in an airplane seat for 17 hours.
They're going to get him a specialty massage chair.
This is just such a terrible idea. Nobody in Australia cares about American football, I think, either.
Well, we need to, like a true American colonizer that we are, all right? We go north and we go south. We take over Canada and we take over Mexico and the surrounding.
I think I could get on board with that if that's the span of the international games.
I can do a Canadian team. A team in Toronto would be fun.
I just think it's safer in terms of just not safety, but just in terms of travel and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's you can get buses across borders.
Well, you're on the same time zone still. The NFL flies. The NFL flies from they'd fly from Orlando to Tampa if there was a team in Orlando.
There's just no need to send the guys to Germany. Send the guys to London twice a week.
The talk of them putting a team in London, I think is just dumb. They could make history and put a team in Mexico for the first time ever. They love playing down at their Azteca Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Azteca is pretty cool. It's on
Monday night.
It's newly
Monday Night Football.
Azteca has been recently added to my bucket list of stadiums.
It was really cool in the World Cup.
Yeah,
it was pretty cool.
Well, it's just, it's massive.
Plus an intimidating name.
Yeah, the Azteca. Man,
and the altitude.
Yeah.
The Broncos would look pretty soft compared to Azteca.
Those kickers are going 65 plus.
Oh, yeah. Put Cam Little in the Azteca. Goals. My goodness.
Next headline, please, Josh.
This came out yesterday, but former Utah Jazz forward Jackson Kohler has committed to BYU. Kohler played his college ball at Michigan State. He's one of the guys that was declared eligible from the class of 22 suit. lawsuit. But at least he didn't go to Kentucky because Kentucky was trying to get him.
Kentucky was trying to get him. Okay.
Oh yeah, they were hard after him.
He's just now getting back from Mission. He's in his prime.
He looks like a Mark Pope guy. I mean, have fun with him, BYU. I hate all of this. We've come to a point in college sports where there's just absolutely no consequences for your actions. It's just like,
it's a rough time to be in.
Yeah. It's just something doesn't go your way. All right, let me call up my lawyer and get a preliminary injunction. All right. Didn't work in this state. I can go to some other state and it'll probably work out there.
It'll be fun to look back on, though. Be like, wow, we had 90 guys, NFL training camp fallouts, decide to go back to school.
Yeah, like you have college teams now in college football that are actively paying attention to who gets cut off of like a practice squad or something like that in the NFL for training camp, because then these guys are going to go try and return back to college football. That's just so gross.
Do you think it makes college football more competitive, though?
Probably not. I feel like it's probably about the same. I just don't think these guys that are coming back are going to be like major impact players outside of a handful.
But it's also guys that have shown at least capable interest of getting a chance to try out for, the top division of their sport.
Yeah, but like, are you going to...
maybe they're on a different wavelength than, some of these, sophomore, 4-stars that are starting to try to break open a little bit.
Do we feel like do we just feel like at some point, though, these teams are just going to kind of say, professionally, are going to say like, well, dude, we gave you a chance and you didn't really get it this one time. Now you're a year older. Things didn't really get that much better in college this year. Like, why do we need to give you a second shot in the NFL?
That is a thing, too. And then also, like, depending on if they go to a place where they're not used to knowing, like, granted, like, I imagine schemes aren't that different, just maybe different terminology and, placements and stuff like that. But, like, having to learn playbooks and stuff,
I think all these guys should just get sent to the UFL.
Just make that the minor leagues of the NFL.
If you want to come back and you want your 5th year of eligibility or whatever, well, sucks, buddy. You got to go play with AJ McCarron as your coach and TikTok offensive coordinator.
It'd be cool if we saw Jordan Tom who'd just be like, I want to go back to college.
They'd probably take him back, too. That's the worst part. It's the worst part. Next headline, Josh.
Titans have their joint practice today against the Seattle Seahawks ahead of their preseason game on Sunday night. Keldrick Falk will not go today as he suffered a shoulder injury in practice earlier this week, but Carnell Tate is expected to go.
Well, I guess that's good. That sucks for Keldrick Falk. It seems like I thought he played pretty good against the Niners.
He did.
And he seems like a guy that I continue to see, from Titans beat reporters talking about how he's stacking some good days, looking like a guy that, has got a lot of potential there. Still a really, really young guy.
What do you want to see from the preseason game Sunday night?
Cam Ward not sucking. I want to bounce back from Cam. I feel like, we talk about that a lot of just his mental makeup. His coaches, his former coaches, his current coaches talk about how that's a strength of his, being able to kind of snap and clear and be able to kind of see bad moments and continue to kind of just act like nothing happened and go on to the next play. I want to see a bounce back from him. I want to see some corners look a little bit better. I'm interested just to see. It seems like Saul is really, really committed to like playing the starters.
They're going to get a half
and longer.
Yeah, they should get a full half this weekend.
So I don't know. I mean, if you've got your starters playing a half of football, I would expect you to go out there and look pretty crisp, because I can't imagine the Seahawks are going to be going out there and playing their starters the entire half either. So, and I'm excited for. I haven't really been watching Hard Knocks, but I probably will watch that episode of Hard Knocks. Just seeing like Titan Seahawks stuff, I'd imagine that'll be pretty cool to watch.
So. Yeah, that'll probably be pretty good. Yeah, I'm with you.
To Hard Knocks.
I want to see Cam just be a little bit more efficient. He doesn't need to set the world on fire. It's preseason, but let's make some of those easy throws. Make some of those layups that are there. I want to see the offense. Right. Yes, I want to see the offensive line continue to look pretty strong, especially J.C. Latham. We know what we're getting with Skoronski. I want to see if Carmona can solidify that right guard spot. But I want to see if Latham can keep being nasty. He was great in the first preseason game. Let's see that continue on against the Super Bowl champs. I want to see Cordell Flott have a bounce back performance, along with maybe an Alante Taylor. Just the secondary as a whole. Linebackers look good. Front seven look good. Keep that up. Running backs look good.
I'm with you on the O-line there, Josh. I don't want to like continue to make excuses for a bad outing from Cam Ward, but I do think he has like some PTSD probably in his head of like last year the offensive line was so bad where he just thought, all right, if it's not here in an instant, then I've got to go try and make a play. And you saw in that first game, the offensive line was able to hold up a little bit more.
He just didn't know what to do.
He can navigate through the pocket a little bit more. And like you said, just had no idea what to do kind of. And I think that is, a little – I think our coaching was so bad last year that this is almost like a mini rookie season for him.
He's just like, wow, this is not as bad as it was last year.
Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen a clean pocket before. All right,
Yeah.
I got to figure out how to navigate that, and I can sit here for another second or so and, not speed up that decision. I can make that throw. So
because the big thing nationally, everyone was like, he looked rushed. He looked sped up. I'm like, yeah, probably because he was used to playing that way.
Yeah.
And now he actually might have a chance to calm down a little bit.
Yep.
So we'll see if they can pull that off.
Continuous growth. That's what any NFL fan wants to see out of their team throughout the preseason.
Yep, that's all we want to see. Those are the three that I've got, though. If you all have anything else, I know Bubba's on his phone right now, but
I feel like, Bubba, I told you about Earl Meets World yesterday. We got more, baby. No. Kim Kardashian producing a reality show about moms whose sons attend an elite baseball school in Arizona. Teen moms baseball will follow the families while the kids compete on the field, and the drama unfolds.
Look,
in the
I like
stands.
Kim Kardashian. I think she's got a very big dumper. What does she know about baseball?
Bubba, I know this would take a big lifestyle change. Unfortunately, it would end with you not being on the show anymore. Do you want to go ump this league in Arizona?
No.
Imagine having the satisfaction of like ringing up some celebrity's son.
I do think hopefully I'd be able to, the idea of like, hey,
get out of here.
You pay me off, guys. I will absolutely expand my strike zone. Your kid's pitching today. Oh, he's 25%. I'm not giving him any calls.
I've got a question for us from the chat since we were talking Titans. If you want to hit that,
sure.
They said, since you guys were talking about the Titans, do you think they'll win more games than they have stars on the logo? I think it's even for the third year in a row. So do they get over 3 wins? I will comfortably say yes.
That's mean. Commissioner Bockwinkel.
I will say yes.
I do think we get over 3 wins.
FanDuel's got our over-under at 6.5.
I do think we get over 3 wins. I might not be long for this earth if the Tennessee Titans don't get 3 wins.
Well, let's look at the schedule. Let's look at the schedule. The Jets in the season opener must win. You got to get it. Giants week 3. I think you should be able to get that one as well. Browns, you need to be able to win that game there. Commanders is one you should win. The Raiders is one you should win. That's 5.
And then I think we can slip
surprise
a division
somebody.
game in there at some point. Maybe split with the Colts, Bubba.
Probably.
It's just a show full of guys that aren't super. Our football teams don't give us a whole lot.
This might be my hot take. I think we can walk into Cincinnati and win a game.
Man, I hope so.
I need it after that.
Anytime I hear the damn Cincinnati Bengals and the Titans in the
It's
same
PTSD.
sentence, I just go back to
That's one of the worst days of my life.
It might be the worst.
I had tickets to the AFC Championship game in Nashville the next week. That was my birthday present. Since we lost, you know what I got for my birthday?
Cole.
Nothing.
Happy birthday.
Nothing. I didn't get anything for that. It was just like, well, that sucks. I would have rather have my dad not told me that we had those tickets until after the game we had won than tell me before, because I was just like, that was just added stress that I didn't need. That was a bad day. Bad day. I was tore up about it for probably 2 weeks. Just wasn't acting myself.
You think Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini's kid are going to be? You think they're going to be in this baseball league in Arizona?
It do ratings.
I'm intrigued as to what
pitch
the celebrities and the nepotism going. It's nepotism baseball, Sam. Get the hell out of here with that.
Nepotism baseball. I do think this is maybe the official. Like we say that we've lost the plot on a lot of things. Teen Mom Baseball is
It's the fact too, like
alarming
we're
TV
now
show.
going to put these kids onto a camera roll. Like they don't get to live their life as kids. Now they get to be show stars. And they're going to make drama, you know, like don't get me wrong. I did enjoy Friday Night Tykes, the Snoop Dogg.
That show is gas.
Show.
Yeah, that show is
so maybe it's double standard here, but that last thing I want to see is some, you know, former NBA player nobody gives a damn about being like, oh, my kid, he can make it. He can make it all the way up.
I think I just love reading the quote tweets of all these, like the announcement of this show. Someone said the devil works hard, the CIA works harder, Kris Jenner works the hardest.
I wonder what her funeral is going to look like.
Kim Kardashian?
No, Kris Jenner.
Kris Jenner?
Yeah.
Well, DR actually sent me a reply to a tweet of this guy who posted an AI version of Pat McAfee speaking at his grandmother's funeral. It's like an open casket, and it's Pat McAfee over the top of it.
Here we have the alternate broadcast here. Hammer down.
Wait, yeah, we have more Pat McAfee news, actually. Not only did we get him on the just on the Monday Night Countdown stuff, but they said that they are now...
It's like a Pat cast,
Yeah,
right?
they're doing like an alternate cast. He's just going to go straight from the desk, I guess, to doing his own broadcast.
They said it's on the weeks that Manning Cast will not be.
Okay. Oh, great. Yeah. Awesome.
But you know what? I will be watching on the weeks that the Manning Cast is not available.
Bubba.
No.
Come on, Bubba.
I gotta say, I can't hate the guys, man. I like his supporting crew.
I don't even watch the Manning Cast.
I enjoy Evan Foxy.
I'm a traditional give me Joe Buck and Troy Aikman.
You give me Mad Mel Kiper impressions, I'm tuning in.
I'll see the clips on TikTok or Twitter or Instagram, wherever.
I think the worms got you, Bubba. I think the Pat McAfee worms got you.
Brother, I can't eat anything anymore. The FDA already condemned everything.
Yeah?
My body's just it's Chernobyl.
That honestly is the next step that needs to be taken. The FDA doesn't need to mess around with risk of death with blueberries. If you consume too much Pat McAfee, you do have a risk of death.
Somebody also, you probably saw this tweet, the life of a 33-year-old. I wake up and I eat my jams by, Pat McAfee. And
I don't know if I saw this. How do I search this? Am I just going to search the life of a 33-year-old?
NFL rivalry
getting
uniforms
dressed
are getting
in
teased right now.
Jason Kelsey's Underdog Apparel. My breakfast is Pat McAfee's Jams, PB&J. I drive to work listening to the diary of a polarizing figure. I log into my computer to update the McAfee antivirus. Plot twist, they've now partnered with McAfee. On lunch break, I get to watch the Pat McAfee show. I get to place a well-balanced wager on the Hammer Down and DraftKings. Just kidding. On the drive home, I get to listen to the New Heights podcast. After that, I get to drink my garage beer.
It's sad how...
And then I get to pee into the collectible data center by Jason Kelsey. And then I get to relax on a Monday night watching Pat McAfee and Jason Kelsey.
It's sad that is our new reality. It's sad that is our new reality.
You can achieve that day.
What are you saying about uniforms, Josh?
They some teams are starting to tease the rivalry uniforms. Basically, everybody that's got them except the Titans. They've not put their teaser out yet, but they'll come out today, I'd imagine. They get released officially on Tuesday.
Every teams or
yeah, the
do we know that we have one?
Yeah. They go by division. They do 2 divisions a year. It's the NFC North and the AFC South this year.
The Titans have completely committed to that lighter blue color, have they?
Pretty much.
But I think the rivalries are going to be Navy.
Yeah, they it seems like a lot of people have said the rivalry one's going to have more Navy influence because a lot of people are upset that the Navy kind of got phased out. Have you seen any ones for the Colts, Bubba? Have you seen any leaks?
They put out a teaser.
They put out a teaser?
Yeah, but it doesn't.
What the hell are we
show
doing?
anything.
Titans social media? It's got to be better than the last one.
I got to say, I hated the Colts black uniforms.
Yeah, that black uniform y'all put out was absolutely disgusting.
And it's hard to mess up a black uniform.
Built to strike. That's what y'all posted, Bubba.
But I'm also a traditionalist. I don't like a lot of whole external alternate jerseys.
And I mean, I think there's just certain franchises that they just don't look good in an alternate. I think the Colts are one of those teams that just look really solid with whatever they've got. It's just a good classic looking uniform.
I think the Colts are going to do a gray. They're showing an anvil in that teaser. The horseshoe is gray. They've got a helmet stripe looking thing that looks gray.
The built to strike like graphic is gray.
I bet they're going to do gray.
Get down to
with
the
that.
gray, maybe, Bubba. I really didn't like the black one. I agree with you. And what did they call it? Like the Colts black uniform.
I've tried to forget everything about that.
Now I'm obviously just going to get the new rivalry stuff. The Indiana Knights. Yeah, that looked awful. I was not a fan. Get it together, Titans. I want to see a social media tease. I got my smoky gray uniform. I ate my slop with Tennessee. They did a great job. Get the Titans out there. Any more headlines? We're good.
We're good. That's it.
That was a pretty long headline segment. We'll take a quick break. On the other side, we will look at some college football coaching tiers. Bubba's maybe got a little bit of a game for us as well, and we will wrap this show up on a Friday. Stick with us. You're listening to Talk Sports.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Tired of spending your weekends working in the yard? Let ECR Total Landscapes handle it for you. We'll take care of de-weeding your flower beds, leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more. Let us do the heavy lifting so your landscape looks great. Right now, get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you mention promo code FANRUN. Reliable service, great results, and more free time for you. Call us today at 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
These a lot of your new bumpers, Bubba?
Yeah.
I like them.
I got to put my little flavor on things.
I like it. I think that was one of my clear weaknesses as a producer. I played the same songs over and over and over again. Kind of just scroll down through all the cart numbers we got, and somehow I just scroll, pick one, and it just felt like it was the same thing every time. You got some good variety, Bubba.
On one end, though, it makes sense from a show because it's like, I hear this song, I can kind of expect,
I think it's good to spice it up a little bit, though. Like you can hear the same bumpers all the time at some point. It gets a little monotonous. You're like, oh, it's 10:20. Well, I heard that same bumper at 10:20 last week. Maybe the listeners don't really pick up on that, but it's the little things. You standing now?
I was going to say, why are we standing?
Bubba and I have talked about standing back there at the producer desk for a while, Josh. If you would like to stand.
Do you want me to stand with you?
I will not force you to do anything you don't want to do, pal.
I just don't want you to be like just standing by yours. I'll stand.
Keep in mind that the microphones may not.
Yeah, the fourth man mic does kind of suck from a standing perspective.
I'm not going to stand.
Yeah. Josh said, I tried this out. I'm good.
I'm a little tall for that. Yeah, not happening.
I don't think Bubba's freaking me out, but
I mean, if you're uncomfortable with it, I will absolutely sit down.
No,
but
we're all good, Bubba. I like it.
We've also got like a little pee dance going on too.
Do you have to go to the bathroom?
I can hold it. I'm a camel, dude.
Brother, you can.
So much liquids flowing through my body. We're capable. We're capable.
Josh and I can discuss some coaching tiers while you go to the bathroom if you need to, brother.
Nah, it's all right.
Last thing I want is an accident happening.
There's a very vicious animal out there. So.
All right, well, The Athletic released some college football coaching tiers for 2026. They've got this one broken down into 8 tiers. They say for the 5th consecutive year, The Athletic has ranked the head coaches into 8 tiers, weighing everything from resume to resources to longevity and more. This is about a coach's complete body of work as the head man, assistant stints not included. Has he sustained success? Has he won at multiple schools? What resources does he have relative to the competition? And does he maximize them? Recent results carry more weight, but this isn't a projection into the future. So those are kind of the caveats to get going. Tier number 1, they've got this as the standard. I feel like we could probably deduce who is the standard. What would you say the standard is in tier 1?
One of them's going to be Kirby, and then I'll go with the guy who just won the Natty.
That would be correct. Kirby Smart and Curt Cignetti are the top 2 guys. Curt Cignetti jumping Kirby Smart, I guess, as it seems. He's got Curt Cignetti as the number 1 guy. Not really that hard to figure out there. Took a lifeless Indiana program to a national championship, consecutive playoff appearances. Especially when they say, hey, we're going to combine kind of previous stops. Curt Cignetti has been an absolute monster at all of his previous stops. And then you got Kirby Smart. Obviously, we know him in the SEC. 3 seasons without, making it to that college football playoff semifinal. I don't think there's a decent amount of pressure on Georgia this year to go out there and perform. I do think that the Big Ten taking over college football narrative has really started to go out and get hot. SEC hasn't been as great in that college football playoff in general. Kirby Smart and Georgia have been solid, but they haven't, gone out there and still been in the biggest of games. They've kind of just been in those first couple games in that college football playoff. So I think it's a big year for Kirby Smart and that team to really go and bounce back there. But yeah, I think that's pretty cut and dry. 2 guys there at the top. Tier number 2, established winners, and they've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys in this list. We want to do like a little PK shootout here on established winners?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Bubba?
I mean, I've looked at the list.
Okay. We've all looked at the list.
I've not looked at the list.
Well, then, Josh, you're going to do a PK shootout on your own.
Okay.
Tier 2. Who's at the top of Tier 2?
Dan Lanning.
On the list.
Okay.
Not at the top.
But he's on there.
On the list. One for one.
Marcus Freeman.
Marcus Freeman on the list.
Sark.
Sark on the list.
Do they have DeBoer on there? They do.
Kalen DeBoer on the list.
He's on there. Let's go. This dog's getting in my head now.
Like I said, vicious.
I'm like, I can't focus. They got Kiffin on there.
Lane Kiffin is on this list.
Okay, I figured
real
Kiff
established.
would be on there.
Yeah.
Is that 5? Is that half of
a
it?
real established
guy
winner?
willing to call on his team that could make it, a real dent in the playoff.
Exactly. An established regular season winner, I think, would be a good tier for Lane Kiffin. As he
could have
got
his,
up and
he
left
could have
his
his own
team
tier.
in the
You
biggest-
think?
in the biggest moment possible in his coaching career? But I digress. Perfect so far, Josh. Lane Kiffin is on the list,
And that's 5. Is
Yep.
that 5 or 4? Mario Cristobal there?
Mario Cristobal is on the list.
Do they have Dabo there?
Dabo is on the
They
list.
do? Okay.
Which I mean, I know, what you did in the past is part of this
Yeah.
thing. What do they have as the Dabo write-up? Drops out of the top tier for the first time since this exercise began.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 national titles, but the last one was 8 years ago. 1 college football playoff appearance in the last 5 years, 7-6 last year. Yeah, but let's go ahead and put him in the established winners category back in, when college football was a completely different sport.
Okay. How many do I need?
You are missing 1, 2. Did you say Kyle Whittingham?
Well,
Well,
I honestly wouldn't have said him just because it's a first. It makes sense though. He did a great job at Utah.
you're missing a big one.
I am really. What conference are they in?
Big Ten.
Oh, Ryan Day.
Ryan Day. And James Franklin was the other.
I don't know if he should be there. He's got.
I disagree with
he
James
just got
Franklin
fired.
in this.
Yeah.
Let's bump him down.
And say, those regular season boards where they go, 9-3.
Listen, I think you guys are. I think you have a completely fair gripe there. I think that would be like they said that James Franklin was the toughest coach to place. I generally won't knock a coach with a strong resume down a tier for one bad season. 2024, he was 8 minutes away from playing for the national title. Well, if my aunt had balls, she'd be my uncle.
But she doesn't say she's not.
But she doesn't say she's not. Great video there, Bubba. Yeah, I don't really love that tier 2 list. I'd probably take a couple of guys out of there.
Is there anybody in tier 3 you'd put in tier 2?
Tier 3 is a long list.
I would imagine that's where Heupel is tier 3.
Heupel is in tier 3.
I'm going to pull up this list. Do we need me to guess anything else? I'll
No,
pull it up.
because now that we're in the tier 3, there's just way too many people to even just go down the list here. So we'll kind of just name a few.
Dan Mullen.
Dan Mullen.
He is there.
He is on the list. Dan Mullen is on the list. Longevity, Bubba.
Yeah.
Longevity.
Hey, well, UNLV, pretty decent seasons with them.
Yeah. And, you talk
Also-
about success at previous stops. He's done it.
He's been in the SEC.
He's been in the SEC a couple times.
Would you put Matt Campbell in tier 2? I don't think you would.
Matt Campbell, I don't know if these are like in order because Matt Campbell is 3rd on the tier 3 list. But Brett Bielema also tops that list.
Yeah, no shot. Okay. that's
So,
not
like,
on
if
the
we're
list.
talking about
What about Mike Elko at A&M?
Elko's on there,
I'm saying, would you move him up?
I would, yeah.
Would you move Lincoln Riley up?
Does Jeff Brom deserve to be on this list?
Jeff Brom to me just like gets put into all these lists automatically every single.
Because of his XFL career.
He's a fine
Do I
coach.
or do I not have a pulse? Let's play football.
I think
Can't live off that forever.
You got a problem with Jeff Brom, don't you, Bubba?
Jeff Brom's mom, absolutely. I remember when they wanted to get him here. I don't forget.
Yeah.
I do think Jeff Brom should be on that list. I think tier 3 is a good spot for him.
I think it is too, but like if it's in order, is he the second best tier 3 coach?
No.
Because I think like Brett Bielema topping it is crazy to me. Spencer Danielson over at Boise State, good coach,
that's not
but
in
like
order. That's not in order.
I mean, let's take Josh Heupel, who's done it in the SEC.
What about Kalani Sitake at BYU?
Great pick there. Kalani Sitake has done a fantastic job at BYU.
I'd move him up. What about why am I blanking on Arizona State's coach's
Yeah, Kenny
name?
Dillingham's
Kenny
in there.
Dillingham. I get him and Kyle Whittingham mixed up all the time.
Drinkwitz would
No.
be above Josh Heupel if this
No.
is in order.
No.
The SEC coaches that would be above Heupel in this one would be Eli Drinkwitz and
No.
Mike Elko.
Elko, if you
In
want to give it
terms
to
of tier
Elko,
3.
fine. Drinkwitz, no. Drinkwitz should be in tier 4.
Who's West Virginia's coach?
It's Rich Rodriguez,
Yeah,
right?
it's Rich Rod, yeah. Where is he at?
He's in tier 3.
Is he?
I'd have him in tier 4.
Yeah, Rich Rod is in tier 3.
Where's Jed Fish? Why is Jed Fish in tier 4? Ed Washington. Jed Fish should be up in tier 3.
I think these tiers should be separated a little bit more. I think I think there needs to be like at least 10 to 12 tiers.
I do kind of agree with how they're doing some of these like Cheney. Like the more resources, guys are going from James Madison to the higher programs.
Okay. Bob Chesney, yeah.
Or Chesney, excuse me. Not
No, I
Cheney.
think that's fair. I mean, I just, to me, like the argument with Bob Chesney would just be, I know he's done it at like a really small level for most of his career. Like what, he was at Holy Cross and stuff like that. I don't know. Like I think he should be in tier 3, but I think he should be a guy that's like closer to the bottom of tier 3 just because we've only seen it at James Madison is the biggest level. We've yet to see it at UCLA in the Big Ten. I like him. I think he actually is going to do a pretty solid job at kind of reviving that program. But
and then Summerall too.
Yeah, John Summerall down there at the very bottom of tier 3. Another one that to me is kind of like hey, I really like you as a coach in the G5 levels. You got to kind of prove it to me at the biggest of levels here. It's an interesting one there though in tier 3.
Is PJ Fleck getting too much credit?
Row the damn boat.
I'd have him in tier 4.
I would too.
He's not a bad coach, but I don't think he belongs on the same tier as if you're going to say he's on the same tier as Mike Elko, Lincoln Riley, Josh Heupel, Matt Campbell. I'm sorry, but no.
Talk about a guy that just was like at the top of potential like new head coaching hires. Like, oh man, you want to go change your program? Let's go after PJ Fleck next year. And he's just stuck it out at Minnesota.
I'm going to discriminate here, but I think him and Clark Lee are kind of one and the same.
Interesting.
One, because they're bald.
Okay.
Two, they got a little firepower to them, or they did at one point. But now I think we're going to see Clark Lee kind of dwindle down.
I think if you put Clark Lee in a suit, they'd look similar for sure.
It'd have to be a pretty muscular suit, though.
Mm-hmm. What he needs to get out. I know that's kind of his shtick, but like, I just don't like the suit and tie look on the football field with how he does it. Like he puts a tie on and then puts a quarter zip on over the top of it.
See, I disagree, Sam. Because we've talked about having guys and coaches wear suits and stuff. If
But,
at
like,
any point in
wear
time
the
you
whole
throw
damn
any
suit.
type of dress apparel, I'm all in favor of
Wear
it.
the whole damn suit if you're going to wear it. Don't just wear the shirt and tie and then put a quarter zip on over the top. He's like a tier 7 fashion guy, in my opinion. Let's see. Anybody else in tier 3 that you got like absolute gripes with?
I already said Drink. I don't like him. Why
Clark Lee went from tier 7 to tier
Who's
3.
Kansas's coach? Why is he there?
Lance Leipold?
Yeah, no. Tier 4. Absolutely not.
I mean,
no.
He's had success in his career if we're talking about like previous stops too.
Utah State seems a little high for a tier 3.
But yeah, I kind of agree with you. The Kansas experiment hasn't been as good there.
No. They have Venables in tier 4.
Bronco Mendenhall.
They have Venables in tier 4. That's
they got
ridiculous.
Venables in tier 4, but he's a $10 million man.
Yeah,
huh?
like he should at least be in tier 3.
I think Jeff Monken at Army should be higher up if you talk about
Yeah.
what he
Yes.
does without. I mean, the guy doesn't have resources over at Army. He's scrapping all he can from those boys. Hell of a football coach over there. Alex Golish into Tier 4.
That's respectable. That's
I
good
think
for
it's
him.
kind of high for him just because he's a younger coach.
Yeah.
But I do think, the seasons that he had at South Florida definitely help, and also the resources of an Auburn.
Luke Fickell is crazy to me. Brother, go win a couple games at Wisconsin before and Tier 5 is listed as up and down. There's nobody that's more up and down than Wisconsin football, it feels like.
I even think Brent Key at Georgia Tech could maybe have an argument for Tier 3.
Is he in 4 here?
Yeah, he's in 4.
I like Brent Key a lot.
I know people aren't going to want to hear that, less than a month out from that game, but
Ryan Silverfield, really?
yeah, get
Come
him.
on, guys.
He needs to be much lower.
I like seeing Mr. Beamer in Tier 4.
That's where he deserves to be. What has he done? Nothing.
Manny Diaz, Dave Doran.
Dave Aranda's in Tier 5.
I feel like that's kind of fair for where that Baylor program's gone. Fran Brown. Jason Eck, new into the Tier 5.
He can only keep climbing.
Only can keep climbing. Buy stock now.
You mentioned Fran Brown. I do think with Angeli back, not getting injured, might be big for the Cuse.
A lot of people like Fran Brown.
Yeah, he seems like a guy that a lot of people can get behind.
He's a fun talking point guy. He doesn't take showers unless he wins, because that's for winners.
Should we start doing that? Stinking up the room for John.
Does that mean I can't shower this weekend if we lose tonight?
Yep. Absolutely. Bubba goes, oh, God, I don't want to go back there for that. Bubba's going to come in a mask. How about old Butch Jones, Tier 5? Way to stay strong there, brother.
What?
I wish they had write-ups for all of these people because I don't think they have it for Butch. And then you get into Tier 7 and Tier 8. Like, who cares about that? Tough starts and hot seats. Bill Belichick in the Tier 7, I guess, for the tough start. Jeff Lebby down there for an SEC guy. Definitely on the hot seat there. I'm kind of buying some Mississippi State stock this year. I think they're going to be kind of fun. Like maybe scraping by to get to a bowl game, but their losses are going to be really cool.
I trust their running back room.
And I like Kamario Taylor a lot. Guy's just a stud. And then you get to Tier 8. Who gives a damn? Jeff Choate. Joe, I don't even know half these guys. Phil Longo, I know that. Derek Mason, still holding on. Still holding on at MTSU. Wonder when they fire him. All right, we got to catch a break real quick. We'll be back on the other side, and we will wrap this show up for you on Friday.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
September 10th isn't just a sale, it's an experience. Join us as Liquor Vault celebrates its first anniversary with the biggest savings event of the year. Experience rare bourbon drops, surprising barrel releases, and complimentary tastings all day. For the wine enthusiasts, you can check out Jason Drotar's Wine Passport Experience. Cigars, they've got them too. Enjoy hourly giveaways, exclusive one-day only anniversary pricing, and surprises throughout the day. Find a Vault Golden Ticket and receive exclusive access to Liquor Vault's highly anticipated end-of-year rare bourbon allocation. People will be talking about this event for months. The only question is, will you be there? The Vault Experience, September 10th, only at Liquor Vault's anniversary party. Located at 2901 Tazewell Pike. Check out their specials and sign up to get discounts at liquorvault.com.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Citizens National Bank.
Are you getting penalized because you can't make it to your bank on time? No need for unnecessary roughness. It's time for a new game plan. Easily manage your accounts with Citizens National Bank's mobile banking app. Check your balance, deposit a check, and pay a bill all from your phone with CNB's mobile banking.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Golf Envy Farragut is the premier indoor golf experience you've been looking for. And right now they are offering a limited number of founding memberships. Golfers can reserve their spot for just $150 before their September grand opening. Founding members receive 90 days of unlimited guest passes as well as an exclusive risk-free first month. That's right. Try out Golf Envy with no obligation. Give it 30 days, and if it's not the right fit for what you're looking for, your first month's dues will be refunded. Members will get access to their Golf Zone 2 Vision NX simulator technology, the most realistic simulator on the market, where they can play more than 300 courses and compete in leagues and tournaments with players all across the country. Golf, rain or shine, 24/7, 365. To learn more and become a founding member, visit their website at farragut.golfenvy.com/presale.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Egg on our face a little bit on that list is I just scrolled right past it, getting to the tiers. All of those were in alphabetical order. So we had a lot of gripes with the way that the tiers were constructed, but we probably should have just looked and seen, oh yeah, this is in alphabetical order. But fear not, Brett Bielema is not the top coach in tier 3. I'll say something. This exercise is really stupid if you just put it in alphabetical order.
Yeah, let's rank them all.
Yeah,
Come on.
Don't give me a coach's ranking that's just broken up into groups of 20. I could probably do that for you in my head.
Cop-out.
Yeah, I need some real rankings if we're gonna do this. Screw the alphabetical order stuff. Bubba, quickly, what'd we miss before we get you to Tony Basilio?
Because I have to mention this daily. Little League World Series, the game yesterday got canceled. So they're playing 2 of them right now. They started at 9 a.m. Ohio taking on Nevada and Australia taking on Mexico. More games continue at 12, and then the regular slate continues at 3. We've got the Premier League happening today at 3 p.m.
The Prem.
I cannot wait to find my team. Today we have Arsenal taking on Coventry for the first matchup.
Is this like the first? Is this the kickoff of the Premier League season?
I believe so.
Okay. I say it every year. I might get into soccer, and then I never do.
I feel more inclined to, just because I feel like I've talked a lot of, talk about like, oh, I enjoy the World Cup, I'm going to watch more.
Mm-hmm.
And the advice that somebody gave me was to just watch every game until I can pick a team that vibes with me. So there's that. We've got a news story happening surrounding, I believe it was Darius Miles out of Alabama back in 2023. There was a shooting that happened. There's another guy involved, Kai Spears, who is the jury has ruled that the New York Times has defamed him. with his involvement in this situation.
Okay. This was the guy, like this was the Brandon Miller situation, right? Darius Miles.
I keep thinking that, but also I have no idea how my concept of time is gone.
Let's see.
Because then in this article with ESPN, they never even mentioned Brandon Miller.
Yeah. This Darius Miles, I think he was the one that killed the guy or whatever. He was the one that asked Brandon Miller to bring him the gun, I believe.
Very, very such an unfortunate situation. Also, Yannick Sinner, number 1 tennis player, out.
For just lost or injury?
Injury.
Okay. Tennis had a fun little run there where it was like Sinner and Alcaraz just going back and forth with each other, and then it seemed like both of those guys have just gotten hurt, and the tennis love has kind of come to a screeching halt. Appreciate you guys tuning in this Friday. Boys, appreciate y'all's help with John being a sore loser from trivia and not wanting to show up for a Friday show, but I digress. I'm just kidding, John. We'll see you back in here on Monday. I hope you guys have a great weekend. We'll get you to Tony Basilio next. Stay tuned and stay locked in to Fan Run Radio.